are live, guys. You are live.
Yeah, the Tritons coming off a big victory last week against Iowa Western, and Coffeyville, is a perennial power. They've started out 0-2, been bitten by the proverbial turnover bug from last week. Yeah, after that big win over number 2 Iowa Western. Of course, Coffeyville coming in at 0-2. We would like to
Coffeyville is going to get the kickoff return.
Stand by, I'm going to come to you three.
Got a victory over Iowa Western 28-26. They are ready to go. They are laser focused today, and they are going to try to come out with another victory and get a win season and a winning record on the books.
One is up. One is up right now. Check your level. You are off level. It looks like you need to check your see if it's straight, Caleb. Look at the sideline. The horizontal sideline. It's off. We are on one, Levi. What?
Coffeyville's going to start off at the 25-yard line here. And again, do not be alarmed if you hear any signs. Every Saturday. On Saturday, and I thought it was just once a month, and then I heard it the next week and realized they just do it every Saturday, so I just got to deal with it. All right, here to get started. Coffeyville on the first. Gonna hand it off here. Looking for a little bit of room. Gets about a 2-yard or 1-yard gain. It's gonna bring up second down for Coffeyville.
Stop made by Rocky Schoenfelder.
It's gonna be second down here. Second down and 9 for Coffeyville.
Coffeyville in the shotgun set here with a back to his right.
Hand it off here. Trying to guide some room. Gets a little bit of room and gets about 5 yards on the play. It's going to bring up third down for Coffeyville.
Desmond Ross on the carry for Coffeyville there.
Nice little run there.
Excuse me, Marco Lee, not Desmond Ross. Marco Lee, a sophomore, 5'10", 225-pound running back out of Columbus, Georgia with the carry.
Coffeyville setting up here for third down. Third down and 4. The whistle blows. Not sure what the call is going to be here. Doesn't look like a flag. Looks like they're going to have to make a sub here for Iowa Central.
Going to be a big third down, about a third down and 4 here with 13:57 to play first quarter. No score. Iowa Central and Coffeyville from Dodger Stadium. I'm Rob Jones. He's Austin Johansson. Hello to the folks in Kansas and Oklahoma listening to us on KUSN, US 98. Glad to have you today.
Going to try to scramble. Gets about 2 yards, but that's going to bring up fourth down for Coffeyville. Big stop for Iowa Central to start up this drive.
Daquan Cross, the linebacker, number 22 for the Tritons on the stop. A couple other guys in there as well. Rocky Schoenfelder coming in from the inside linebacker spot as well. Bringing up fourth down, so Coffeyville's going to punt it away. Rashad Whitty back to receive for Iowa Central.
Now, special teams last week did a great job, so we'll see how special teams performs here today.
Good punt.
Somebody's going to return, gets the catch, trying to find some room. Going to cut to the outside, breaks one tackle. It's going to keep going, gets a lot of yards towards past the 50, down the sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds around about the 37 on Coffeyville's territory. That's a big return and a good start for Iowa Central.
We talked about special teams playing a factor last week, and we see it there on a big return from Rashad Whitty for the Tritons. Rashad, a sophomore receiver, making a big play in the return game to set up good field position.
Red Ravens 31-yard line, first and 10.
Iowa Central here to start up their first drive. Shotgun formation.
Trips to his right here for DeMarcus Irons.
Oh, a little bit of a jump there on the hut. Going to
Yeah,
take
they
their
got
time,
back,
reset.
though.
They did get right back. Or set it up. Here's a snap. It's going to hand it off right up the middle. A little bit of fake pass. Find some room. That's going to be maybe enough for a first down. That's a big gain. And that's about a 9-yard run for Iowa Central. Good play to start off the drive.
Jatavia Hill with a nice run there on the inside handoff.
Going to set up here. Same formation. Trips to the right. Shotgun. One tail back. We got about
First
12
down
minutes and 53
now.
12 minutes and 53 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Here's a snap. He's going to fake handoff to the middle. He got a wide open tight end right there. He's got a lot of room. He got a good block. That's going to be a touchdown for Iowa Central. Great start right here. That was number 88 for Iowa Central. Brandon Tooks.
Brandon Tooks, the freshman tight end with a big play. 31-yard touchdown pass for the Tritons, and they break out ahead 6-0 with 12:42 to play in the first quarter.
That was a very nice play, though. A good handoff right up the middle. Gets good gain. 2nd and 1. Fakes the handoff. Has a wide open target on the left side. Able to get a touchdown with 2 plays only by Iowa Central. And here comes the extra point to make it 7-0. And it's going to be good. 7-0 is the score with 12 minutes and 42 seconds left to go here.
We'll take a 1-minute break and come back. Triton 7, Coffeyville 0 on the Triton Nation Network. It's all right. We'll catch it up.
Special teams play made by Hunter.
All right, we are back here on the Triton Nation Network. Iowa Central is 7, Coffeyville is 0. A good first drive for Iowa Central. A nice pass to number 88, Brandon Tooks, for the first touchdown here today. Only 2 plays on that drive.
Coffeyville going to set up shop after the ensuing kickoff was a touchback, and they're on 25, working right to left on your radio dial.
It's a nice little run here. The quarterback's going to keep it. That's enough for about a 7-yard gain on first down. That's going to bring up 2nd and 3 for Coffeyville here.
Cam Smith, the sophomore quarterback, 6'3", 205, out of Delray Beach, Florida, for the Coffeyville Red Ravens, with a nice pickup there.
It's going to be 2nd and 2 here for Coffeyville. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Hands it off. Gets a little bit of room outside. That's going to be enough for a first down, but just barely, about a 3-yard gain there for Coffeyville.
Coffeyville keeps it on the ground there and picks up the first down.
That's their first down here today on their 2nd drive. A 3-and-out last drive, and able to move the chains here.
Coffeyville had a good week offensively in terms of moving the ball, 427 total yards of offense, just turned it over 6 times. So you take that away, you got a potent offense.
Shotgun formation here. 2 running backs, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to hand it off towards the outside, trying to find a little bit of room. Does get some room and gets about a 6 or 7 yard gain. That's going to bring up 2nd down for Coffeyville. Nice little run right there.
Chalin Fuamatu, the sophomore running back, 5'10", 220 out of Kalihi, Hawaii on the carry there. And they're trying to establish him in the ground game early on.
Shotgun formation here. 2 running backs behind, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. A little bit of motion here from the running back. Goes out as a wideout. Here comes the snap. It's going to be an option play, and the running back is going to get the ball. He fights for a little bit of yards, and that's going to be about a 3-yard gain. That might be enough for a 1st down. We'll have to see over the measurements.
Fuamatu on the carry inside again, and they'll measure it out here with the officiating crew.
It looks like it is going to be enough for a 1st down. So that's the 2nd 1st down here for Coffeyville. 1st and 10 on or around the 46 of their own yard line.
46-yard line, 10:45, and the clock running. Tritons up here in the 1st quarter on Coffeyville, 7-0.
Option play. The quarterback's going to keep it. Finds a little bit of room, and that's good for about a 7-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd down here for Coffeyville. Just keep moving the ball with that running game. Nice, decent yardage.
So far, no passes attempted on this drive. Coffeyville in ground and pound mode.
Looks like they like that option play.
Yeah,
they
zone
like
read option.
Yeah. Shotgun formation here. Has 1 running back to his outside on the right and 1 up to his left. 2 wide outs. Here comes the snap. It's going to be another option play, and he's going to give it to his running back. Doesn't find a whole lot of room here. Fights a little bit and gets about 2 or 1 yard on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down here for Coffeyville.
Inside halfback dive, Marco Lee, the 5'11", 225-pound sophomore running back out of Columbus, Georgia. Picks up a couple, so 3rd and about 3 for the Coffeyville offense at the Triton 47.
We'll see if Iowa Central can stop him here. Shotgun formation, only 1 running back, 2 wideouts. Another option play, and the quarterback's going to keep it. He has a lot of room on the outside. Goes to the sideline. That's going to be good enough for a 1st down. About a 10-yard gain right there. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 on around Iowa Central's 35-yard line.
We see the athleticism on display from Cam Smith, the quarterback there, keeping it and picking up the 1st down.
He's a very great dual threat quarterback. He
is a dual threat, no doubt.
Here comes the shotgun formation. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, 2 running backs behind him. Here comes a motion towards the right from the running back. It's going to go out wide. It's going to be another option play. He's going to give it off to his running back, but he gets swarmed at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get a loss of about 1 yard. That's going to bring up 2nd down here for Coffeyville.
Nowhere to go there for Keyshawn Bryan for Coffeyville. A host of Tritons in there. Of course, 74, Romillo Gray leading the charge, the freshman defensive lineman, and along with 56, Jacob Cato.
Setting up for 2nd down here. Shotgun formation, 4 wideouts and 1 running back in the backfield. Gets a snap. It's going to be the first pass play of the day and avoids a sack. It's going to scramble. He's going to get a few yards. He's going to get enough for a 1st down. He's just going to walk out of bounds. That's about a 15-yard gain there. Nice use of the legs around the 20-yard line. 1st down for Coffeyville.
Well, we thought it would be the first pass of the day, but not. Smith pulls it down, scampers into the red zone of the Tritons. 8.5 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Coffeyville trailing 7-0 here on Iowa Central. Ball at the 20, so the first red zone possession for Coffeyville today. We'll see how it plays out.
Shotgun formation. 1 wide out to the left and 1 to the right and 1 running back. Looks like they're going to do another option play. Just going to hand it off. Find some room to the outside. Almost enough for a 1st down, maybe, and that's going to be a good gain. We'll see from the measurements.
Nice stretch play there by Coffeyville around to the near side there. Fuamatu on the carry again. They've been establishing him. A nice 1-2 punch early on for the Coffeyville running game in Smith and Fuamatu.
And it is going to be enough for a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal here for Coffeyville. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs and 2 wideouts. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand it off here. Find some room to the outside on the right side. Going towards the corner of the end zone. He's going to get stopped. He might be in. Or wait for the call. And it looks like they're going to call him down just short of the touchdown. That was very close.
Down at within the 1 here for Fuamatu. Stretch play again, that time to the other side of the field there. And they ran that one out of the pistol formation. So the first time we've seen the pistol out of Coffeyville, but that offense is rolling with the running game.
They're going to call a little bit of stoppage of play here. Not sure for the reason. They might be wanting a different ball. Not sure.
Coffeyville has eaten up over 5 minutes clock time on this drive.
Here comes a snap. It's going to be an option play. He's going to give it to his running back. He's going to try to find him in the middle. Big tackle. They're going to call him down short of the touchdown. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and goal. One more play left for Coffeyville to punch this thing in.
Good defense there from the Tritons. Fuamatu was on the carry. They stopped him short. Good interior play there by the defensive tackles, stepping up to make that play.
3rd down and goal here. Shotgun formation. Option play. He's going to give it to his running back, and he's stopped in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about 6 or 7 yards. That's a big-time tackle in the backfield. It's going to bring up 4th down. It looks like they're going to bring the kicking unit on here to kick a field goal for Coffeyville. Big stop for Iowa Central.
Romello Gray blew that play up. 74 in blue for Iowa Central, the freshman defensive lineman. The big fella's the load there at defensive tackle, and he blew that one up, getting penetration.
You see that from Iowa Central last week, that red zone defense coming into play this week. Here's a kick for the extra point, or field goal, excuse me, and that's going to be good for 3, and it's going to be 7-3, Triton 7, Coffeyville 3, with about 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here still in the first quarter.
Let's take a break, a 1-minute break, and we'll be back on the Triton Nation Network.
In the air, and it's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be a touchback for Iowa Central. They're going to bring it out to the 25-yard line to start of this drive. Good start for Iowa Central, I think, right now so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, it is, and a pretty good drive for Coffeyville. Just stalled within the 5. A 10-play, 75-yard drive that ate up 6 minutes and 21 seconds here. So a nice, sustained, long drive for Coffeyville. Pulls the score to 7-3.
Iowa Central getting ready here for their second drive here, still in the first quarter. Shotgun formation here. It's got 3 wideouts to the right, 1 running back in the backfield. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand it off right here up the middle. He's going to get good for about 3 yards or so. And that's going to bring up 2nd down here for Iowa Central.
Jatovia Hill on the carry there. So 2nd and 7. Hill's a sophomore running back for the Tritons. Of course, DeMarcus Irons playing quarterback, number 3, had a big day last week for the Triton offense as he had 3 total touchdowns and over 200 yards of total offense in the win against Western Iowa.
He's got 1 touchdown already here in this game, passing touchdown.
Yep, to Brandon Tukes.
Motion here from the running back. It might be a screen play. There's a flag on the play. Might be an offsides call. Throw ball over the head. to his receiver.
I think
we'll
it's
see
going to
what the
be
call.
offsides on number 5, Dalen Gantz. Looked like he jumped at that defensive back spot.
Yeah,
We'll
I believe
see.
so too. Waiting for the official call here from the head ref, discussing the play a little bit. We'll see what the call is. And it's going to be offsides on defense. And that's going to move Iowa Central up 5 yards. And it's going to replay second down as well, so not going to lose that down off that incomplete pass.
So the Tritons now with the ball at their own 32 with 5:25 to play in a 7-3 lead over Coffeyville here in the first quarter.
Shotgun formation here. 2 running backs in the backfield. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to hand it off to his running back. He's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage and a loss of about 2 or 3 yards there. That's going to bring up third down here for Iowa Central.
That was the first carry for Kurt Taylor, the sophomore running back, Michigan transfer, and he was stuffed there. Good defensive play by the Coffeyville interior defensive lineman there. Number 35 was in on that play. Javon Hune with a big play for them, as well as 89, Bryson Yarmo.
Shotgun formation here. Got motion to the left. There's going to be a little bit of blitz here from Coffeyville. Under pressure, is going to throw back. Got a receiver. He's going to catch it. Let's see what the call is. I think they're going to call it a catch, and they are. About a 20 or 30-yard pass going to be on Coffeyville's 44-yard line. Big throw from DJ Irons. That's going to be a first down here for Iowa Central.
23-yard pass to be exact. Hauled in by Tenarius Aiken, sophomore receiver. You know, Tenarius not the biggest guy.
No.
But he's a big play threat for the Tritons.
Great throw and great first down here for Iowa Central. Got the drive moving a little bit. Shotgun formation here. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and a running back in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to his running back up the middle. Finds a little bit of room. Gets about 3 yards on the play. That's going to bring up second down here for Iowa Central.
In on the stop for Coffeyville there, Brenton Clofer coming up from the defensive back spot. He's a 5'10", 195-pound freshman out of New Orleans.
Second down here for Iowa Central. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Shotgun formation here. 4 wideouts, 1 running back. It's going to be a quick pass. Could curl right there, but it's going to be incomplete, wide left, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 here for Iowa Central.
Just under 4 minutes to play first quarter. Tritons leading 7-3 over Coffeyville here in the first quarter. Hello to all the folks in Kansas and Oklahoma that have us tuned in on KUSN, US 98. Big shout out to those folks out there, and a shout out to John Leonard, the GM out there, for picking us up today. Glad to have everybody along with us.
Shotgun formation, 4 wideouts. Got a motion across this line.
Third down
drop
play.
back. There's going to be a flag, and they're going to stop the play. Looks like it's going to be a false start on Iowa Central. That's going to back them up 5 yards right here.
They never got set. They
Yep.
went in motion, never got set.
False start. Offense. Number 1. 5-yard penalty.
Number 1 for Iowa
Jatobia
Central.
Hill.
Yep, Jatobia Hill is going to get the false start. I believe it was that motion.
Yep.
We had that play last week. They got a false start call on that. Have to work on that a little bit.
Came in motion and then went to set, but never got set
Yep.
again, and that was an easy call from the officials.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 13 here for Iowa Central on around Coffeyville's 47-yard line. Shotgun formation here, 3 wideouts, 1 running back. We got another motion here. Here comes the snap. He fumbles the snap a little bit, able to pick it up, and he's going to get sacked. He's actually swarmed in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about 6 yards. That's going to bring out 4th down here for Iowa Central.
A host of Red Raven defenders in there. Javon Hune, number 35, as well as 47, Myron Green in there as well. Those guys blew that play up. Of course, the fumbled snap kind of doomed that play from the beginning, and now 4th down, and the Tritons will punt it.
Lucky to able to pick up that fumble, though, and just be able to take the sack and not a turnover.
Kick it away and live to play another day.
That's
Austin.
true. Good point. Punt here for Iowa Central. Here comes the punt. Nice high punt. Looks like it's going to be a fair catch call by Coffeyville. He's going to catch it around the 21-yard line. That's going to bring up 1st down here for Coffeyville. We'll see what they do and see if they stick to that zone option play here on this drive.
Marcus Bay with the fair catch there in the return game for Coffeyville. He's a freshman running back. Actually, I'm sorry, check that. That's Lamonte Peterson a freshman running back for Coffeyville, 6 foot, 205-pound running back out of Crawfordville, Florida. A lot of Southern guys on the Coffeyville. Of course, I would notice that, being a Southern guy myself.
Yes.
On the Coffeyville roster.
It's currently 7-3 right now. Iowa Central has the lead. 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go. Coffeyville has the ball. They hand the ball off the middle. They get about 4 yards on the play. That's going to bring up second down here for Coffeyville.
Keyshawn Bryan, the carry. He's a sophomore running back, 5'10", 210, out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. First carry for him on the day.
Shotgun formation here for Coffeyville. Got 4 wideouts and 1 running back.
Second and 8 now.
Yep, 2nd and 8 here for Coffeyville. Here comes a snap. He's going to hand the ball off, but he's stopped right away by Iowa Central. 2 guys just come in the backfield. That's going to be number 11 for Iowa Central, Lamont Bishop, and number 22, Daquan Cross in the backfield to get that stop. Big stop right there for Iowa Central.
In the last couple of weeks, we've called that name, the Bishop, Lamont Bishop, out of that linebacker spot for the Tritons. He swallowed up Keyshawn Bryan for the Red Ravens. Nowhere to go for Bryan. Now 3rd down and 10 with 2:10 and the clock running in the first quarter. Tritons on top 7-3.
Coffeyville in the shotgun formation here. Here's a snap. A little bit of pressure here. They might get to him, and they do. That's going to be number 91 for Iowa Central. That's going to be Luke Quall in the backfield for the big sack. That's going to bring up 4th down. That's a 4 and out here for Coffeyville.
He just beat his man off the line there, a bull rush around the end, and he beat Karen Coleman, the offensive lineman for the Red Ravens there, off the ball and able to pick up the sack. Now 4th down, Coffeyville will punt it away, and the punter will stand right at his own goal line here, so should be good field position for the Tritons.
Now it's looking a little bit like last week for the punt formation. Can we see another block punt for safety here?
It's kind of the same part of the field.
It is.
We shall see. I would come after it if I'm the Tritons.
Definitely. A little bit of stop and play here. There's a flag on the play. Not sure what the call is.
I would say an illegal substitution somewhere along the lines, given the fact that it's kind of before the play ever started. But I guess we'll see. May have broke the huddle with 12 men. Of course, a minute and a half left, first quarter. Iowa Central on top of Coffeyville, 7-3 here from Dodger Stadium.
And it is going to be an illegal substitution by Iowa Central. So they're going to move the ball up 5 yards here, but it's going to remain 4th down. So they're still going to punt it away, but they gave it a move up a little bit here.
Yeah, they'll get out of the shadow of their own goal line a little, and Rashad Whitty will be back to return the punt for the Tritons. And Jacob Tokum, I'm sorry, not Jacob Tokum.
Here comes a snap. Oh, very close to blocking that punt. High punt. That's going to be just going to be a fair catch call at Coffeyville's own, or Iowa Central's own 40-yard line. So it got about 60 yards here to go for the end zone. Going to bring
pretty
in
good
first
punt
down
there from Saren Hughes Ford, the punter for Coffeyville, the freshman, 6'1", 180-pounder out of Fort Collins, Colorado.
It's going to be the 3rd drive here, I believe, for Iowa Central.
Both teams playing pretty good defense here thus far. Of course, we had the quick strike out of the gate for Iowa Central, and then Coffeyville had a long, methodical, plodding drive of 75 yards in 10 plays, 6 minutes. Ended in a field goal of about 27 yards. So that's where we stand at 7-3.
About 1 minute and 15 seconds to go here for Iowa Central. Shotgun formation, a little bit of motion right here, and it's going to be a jet sweep for Iowa Central, and it gets about 5 or 4 yards on the play. That's going to be number 4 for Iowa Central, Rashad Whitty on the carry. It's going to bring up second down here.
I like that play. You see it a lot around pro and college football now. Send a man in motion, give it to him on the orbit or jet sweep to the outside. They picked up a few. You know, if you just get a block and spring the guy to the outside, you can break that into a big play. That's why you see it so much around football around the country now.
Especially with Rashad Whitty, how fast he is. Good play for him. Shotgun formation here. There's 3 wideouts lined up in a package right there. It looks like it's going to be a screen pass. Doesn't find a lot of room. Might get back to the line of scrimmage here, but that play's broken down right as soon as it started. That's going to bring up 3rd down here for Iowa Central.
Tenarius Aiken nowhere to go there, a host of Coffeyville defenders. 47 in on that play for them. Myron Green coming over to make the play, as well as a couple other guys, 22 Spencer Chambers in on the play, and number 1, Devontae Dawson as well.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Oh, that's going to be a false start on Iowa Central. I believe that's number 60. No, it looks like it's my mistake. 63?
Prior to the snap. Ball start. Offense.
66. Yep,
66.
66. Avery Demons, the offensive lineman for Iowa Central, just got a little bit of jumpy on that line. It's going to be a 5-yard
Right
penalty.
guard Avery Demons, a freshman there, as the clock running, and probably be the last play of the first quarter.
It's going to be 5 wide here for Iowa Central. Here comes the snap. Oh, they're going to wait a little bit.
No, they're
Gonna
going to
maybe
let
change
the
it.
clock
They're just-
run out.
Yep. Oh, they might get the snap off.
Nope.
They are not going to be able to get
I
the
think
snap
that
off.
was
That's
by
going to be
design to use the quarter break to cue up the play that you want coming out here on 3rd down.
yeah.
That's the end of the first quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break. Tritons of Iowa Central 7, Coffeyville Red Ravens 3. Back in 1 minute on the Triton Nation Network.
Seven to 3 currently is the score. Iowa Central has the lead. It's going to be Iowa Central with the ball right here after the end of the first quarter. 5 wide. DJ Aarons is just going to take it himself off the 5 wide, and it's going to get a little bit of a nice game, but not going to be enough for a first down. That's going to bring up 4th down here for Iowa Central Tritons.
Demarius Farmer, the defensive back, laying the wood there for Coffeyville, a 5'10", 190-pound sophomore out of Hoover, Alabama, comes up and makes the stop. 4th down, and Iowa Central's going to punt it away.
4th down and 6 for Iowa Central. Iowa Central's going to punt the ball away here around on Coffeyville's their own 45-yard line, excuse me.
Lamonte Peterson back to return for Coffeyville. Jacob Tokum will punt it.
Here comes the punt. Nice little straight punt here. It's going to be a fair catch call by Coffeyville. They're going to be at their own 20-yard line, it seems like. 19, excuse me.
Yep. Right inside there, the 20-yard line, so technically the 19. Of course, 14:09 to play in the second quarter. Iowa Central 7 and Coffeyville 3 thus far. You know, the offenses had nice opening drives for both teams, and then the defenses have taken over since then, Austin.
Yeah, the red zone defense is looking really nice, and the defense just looks like once they figure out what the offense wants to do, they're getting a big stop to it,
Yeah,
getting in the
they made
backfield.
some adjustments. Shout out to both defensive coordinators on that.
Coffeyville with the ball here. Shotgun formation, 2 wide out. It's going to be a quick pass to his left side. Oh, it was on target, but it just bounced right off of his chest. Tried to crouch down there to catch it, but ain't going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 here for Coffeyville.
Coffeyville quarterback Cam Smith was looking for receiver Kyrie Richardson, a 6'2 sophomore, 190-pounder out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Couldn't find him there, as Coffeyville has not completed a pass yet here today.
I think they've attempted 2 or 3 passes. Just couldn't get him on target. Shotgun formation here for Coffeyville. 2 wideouts and 1 running back in the backfield. Here comes the snap. Going to hand it off here on the inside. There's a flag on the play, but it finds a lot of room. That might be enough for a first down here for Coffeyville.
I think it's going to come back as a hold, given where it is back there in the backfield. But Keyshawn Bryan was on the carry for Coffeyville.
Waiting for the official statement here from the head referee on the flag. That was a nice little run there by Coffeyville. It's a shame if it comes back on them. Here comes the official call. Personal foul. And it's going to be a chop block on the offensive line for Coffeyville. That's going to bring them back about 10 yards.
They
gonna
call
replay
that again,
second down.
77 and 81. So 77, Ethan Carty, freshman offensive lineman, and 81, Logan Clark, a tight end, both guilty of the chop blocks, according to the officials.
So it's going to bring them back to about the 9-yard line in their own territory. It's going to bring up second and about 20 yards here to go for Coffeyville.
Just within 14 minutes to play here in the second quarter. With Central up 7-3. Coffeyville's got the ball at about their own 9.
Shotgun formation here for Coffeyville. 3 wideouts, 1 running back. Here comes a snap. They're going to drop back to pass. Might go deep here, looking around, scrambles towards the outside. He's going to take it himself, trying to find some room. A nice juke move, and gets about 5 or 6 yards on the play, more like 10 yards actually. And it's going to bring up third down here for Coffeyville.
Little hesitation, stop and go from Cam Smith. He's a good athlete, is Smith, guy who can really get it done with his feet. Good job by the Tritons of pursuing him once he got out of the pocket. But Smith, elusive, he knows how to make him miss.
Definitely. He's probably their lead rusher here on offense. He's a very nice athlete.
He would definitely be.
It's going to bring up third down and 11 here for Coffeyville. Around on the 20 or 19-yard line. Here comes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass again. He's moving towards the outside. He might take it himself again. He is. And he's going to get stopped, though, only a gain about 2 yards. That's going to bring up fourth down here for Coffeyville. Good stop by Iowa Central.
Good job of pressure by the front 4 defensive linemen there, able to flush Smith out. Then they make the open field tackle and bring up fourth down. Coffeyville's been 3 and out their last 4 possessions.
Yeah, good defense by Iowa Central. You got to credit the defense by Iowa Central. Kind of catching on to the read options, I think, that Coffeyville is bringing here.
Rashad Whitty's going to receive the punt for Iowa Central here.
Here comes the punt. Ooh, almost got in there for the block. A nice high punt. That's going to be another fair catch here from Rashad Whitty. It's going to be around Iowa Central's own 40-yard line, and it's 7-3 here currently. Iowa Central with the lead, about 12 minutes and 27 seconds to go.
Saren Hughes forward for Coffeyville with about a 45-yard punt, no return there. The freshman punter looking good here for Coffeyville. He's a young man that I believe some Division I program could probably use his services after he's done at Coffeyville. A guy with a pretty big leg and also good hang time.
Yeah,
on the punt.
definitely. I've been all basically fair catches here from the punts from Coffeyville, so nice job. It's going to be first and 10 here from about their own 39-yard line here for Iowa Central. It's going to drop back into shotgun formation here. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and 1 wideout kind of in the middle of the backfield here with running back.
Tritons working right to left on your radio dial.
Formation here. It's a fake handoff. Finds the open receiver. Just overthrew him. That's going to be incomplete from Iowa Central. Going to bring up second down and 10. Pass intended for number 9 on Iowa Central, Jason Young.
Of course, we want to say hello to all the folks in Kansas and Oklahoma listening on KUSN today. Glad to have you all along with us. Thank John Leonard, the GM there, and those folks for having us. And we've got a good one going here. 7-3, Iowa Central up on Coffeyville. 12:25 to play, second quarter.
Shotgun formation here. It's going to be a handoff here by Iowa Central. Doesn't get a lot of room. That's going to be probably a back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up third down and 10 for Iowa Central.
In there for Coffeyville, Spencer Chambers, the linebacker, making the stop out of Apopka, Florida.
Good stop there by Coffeyville, able to read that right away up the middle. No chance for that running play getting any yards. Shotgun
third
formation.
Down and 11. Let's see if the Tritons can convert. Coffeyville trying to get off the field on third down. They're 3-3-5 defensive look, 5 defensive backs in the game.
Here comes a snap, a little bit of motion. He's still got a lot of room. Goes to the outside, trying to find a man. He's just going to run out of bounds. That's going to be, no one was open on the play. Couldn't find anybody. Just going to take it out of bounds. That's going to be a loss of maybe a yard or so, and that's going to bring a fourth down here for Iowa Central, 3 and out.
DJ Irons had nowhere to go with it. Pretty smart decision, though, to pull it down and just take what's there, take it out of bounds. Nice job by the defense for Coffeyville there. Running him out of bounds was Alan Watson, number 32, the freshman linebacker, 6'2", 230 out of Wynn, Arkansas.
Iowa Central going to punt the ball here from about their own 40-yard line. Here comes the punt. Nice little line drive there. He's going to catch ball. He is going to return it this time. He finds a little bit of room and gets about 6 yards on the return, and that's going to be enough to get to about their own 35-yard line to set up shop here.
Lamonte Peterson with a 6-yard return on the punt from Jacob Tokum. Of course, Lamonte's a freshman, 6 foot, 205 running back for Coffeyville out of Crawfordville, Florida.
We would take a little bit of a moment to thank our sponsors, Creative Signs and Graphics. For all your graphic needs, Creative Signs and Graphics. Coffeyville setting up shop here. Oh, there's going to be a whistle. There's going to be a flag, actually, on the play before the snap even comes. Looks like it's going to be a false start call on Coffeyville. It is going to be a false start. And 51 for Coffeyville is going to get the false start call. That is going to be Ezekiel Powell. It's going to cost them 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and 15 to start.
The offensive line for Coffeyville here today has had their struggles. You know, they've had penalties. They've had struggles. They had breakdown in communications that led to sacks and tackles for losses for the Triton D.
So they're going to shut up shop here. 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10 here for Coffeyville after the foul. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a quick pass towards the outside. He gets the reception. It's going to be good for about 5 yards. There's a flag on the play from the tackle. It might be a horse collar call or something.
Or kind of a late hit or something.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is here, but if it's a good for about 5 yards on the play.
Gregory Jean the catch. That's the first completed pass for Coffeyville today. Gregory Jean, the receiver, 6 foot 205 out of Lauderdale Lakes, Florida.
Gregory Jean with the reception.
As he makes the catch, first completed pass for Cam Smith and the Coffeyville offense. We await the call from the officials here on the field.
It's about 10 minutes and 57 seconds here to go. If you're just joining us, it's 7-3. Iowa Central has the lead. And it's going to be a face mask call on defense by number 10. Going to be Terrell Carey with the face mask call here.
And that hurts for Iowa Central. That's going to be a first down for Coffeyville there when Iowa Central was just about set to get off the field defensively. So we talked about penalties for Coffeyville, a costly one for Iowa Central there.
And I think they might have been a little bit confused on the number there because Terrell Carey is a wide receiver.
Yes, he is. He's the
Central
receiver who made the game-winning touchdown catch or the go-ahead touchdown catch.
Here we go.
Western.
There we go. Offense.
Okay, so it's on the
on
offense.
offense
So
number 10. I was a little bit confused there. That's going to be
okay,
Gregory
so it's
Jean.
Gregory John. So what they're going to say is that he grabbed the face mask of the defensive player for Iowa Central as he was running out of bounds.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused on the call because I did not see any face mask grabbing.
We couldn't see it from the angle we're at either.
So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty alongside that offside. So it's going to bring up 1st and 30 for Coffeyville right now. Here's the snap. They're just going to hand it off the middle. He's going to get swarmed. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd down and about 30 yards to go here for Coffeyville. Two big costly penalties.
Again, shoot themselves in the foot with penalties here. Again, the offensive unit, you know, usually we see defensive penalties hurt teams, but it's been the offensive unit for Coffeyville that just can't get out of their own way from a penalty perspective.
We'll see if they can get out of this. It was actually around a 4-yard gain for Coffeyville on that run, but still have 26 yards to go here on 2nd down. About 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go here still in the 2nd quarter. Coffeyville is in shotgun formation, 2 wideouts and 1 running back. Here comes the snap. Looks like he's dropping back to pass. Going to roll out, finds a tight end, gets it complete. It's going to get a little bit of room, and it's going to be a decent gain. And there is a foul, another flag on the play. We'll see what the call is.
The catch was Jonathan McCoy, number 88 for Coffeyville. He's a 6'6 sophomore tight end, 240-pounder out of Camden, Arkansas, making the catch. About an 8-yard gain on the catch, but we'll see what they've got on the penalty.
Looks like the head ref's ready to make the call. There's a personal foul on the defense. There's going to be a late hit on Iowa Central. And it's going to be an automatic first down here for Coffeyville with a 15-yard penalty with the late hit.
It against 94, Kalen Burt, the sophomore defensive lineman. He had a good game against Iowa Western, but a costly penalty there.
So that's going to give Coffeyville the first down. They're going to be on around the 37-yard line, still on their own territory here, but a big break there for Coffeyville to get that first down after those 2 big penalties.
It is, because they had, kind of stalled out the last 4 or 5 drives here.
Here comes a snap, a low snap, but is able to get it, hands it off to his running back, finds some room, able to avoid 2 tackles there. Nice job, and that's going to be good for about a 5-yard gain, and it's going to bring up 2nd down here for Coffeyville.
That was a great job by Cam Smith, the quarterback for the Red Ravens of Coffeyville, because he handled that snap off the ground, kind of like a catcher making a save there on a wild pitch, and was able to hand it off to Marco Lee for a pretty good gain, a gain of 5.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 here for Coffeyville. Here comes a snap. It's going to be a handoff again. Find some room. That's good enough for a 1st down. Still going towards about the 40-yard line. That's good for about a 15-yard gain. That's going to be a 1st down here for Coffeyville. Good run.
And Coffeyville breaks the 100-yard mark in terms of rushing here in the 1st half. 9:13 to play. Tritons on top. Iowa Central leads Coffeyville 7-3 here as Coffeyville in Triton territory at the 45.
So 1st down and 10 here for Coffeyville around the Iowa Central's 40-yard line. Here comes a snap. It's going to be an option play. He's going to give it to his running back. It's about 5, 10 yards, enough for a 1st down. Breaks a tackle, nice hit stick. Going to keep going into around the 19-yard line. That's a big gain, enough for a 1st down here for Coffeyville inside the red zone.
Marco Lee. Marco Lee's got a hot hand going on this drive there.
Yes, he does.
2 1st downs on the ground for Marco. Picks up about 25 yards on the run there. Marco Lee's a sophomore running back.
And we're going to take a quick timeout here from Iowa Central. Going to regroup here for that red zone defense.
So a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back. Iowa Central 7, Coffeyville 3, 8:48 to play in the 1st half on the Triton Nation Network.
Welcome everybody back here to the Triton Nation Network. Coffeyville has the ball, set up shop in the shotgun formation, hands it off. Oh no, he's going to keep it on the option play, and he gets back to just about to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be no gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down here for Coffeyville.
A good fake there. He faked the announcer out.
Yeah, he did.
And did me too as well. Good misdirection play from the Coffeyville offense, but didn't pick anything up. Maybe a yard. I guess technically, as they are in the red zone at the Triton 19.
I think it's because the defense swarmed that running back, so I think my attention drew to him.
They shot the gap in the middle again.
Shotgun formation here from Coffeyville. 3 wideouts and 2 running backs in the backfield. Going to drop back to pass. Trying to find somebody in the red zone. Going to get under pressure and a bad pass off the hit from number 74 on the Iowa Central Tritons. That's going to be Romello Gray, a defensive lineman. Good hit and good pressure and complete pass from
Mello, the big freshman defensive lineman. He's had a pretty good game here. We've called that name a few times here. He's been in there making plays. So now here we go with 3rd down for the Coffeyville Red Raven offense at the 19 with 8:06. They're in red zone territory. 8:06 to play, 2nd quarter, 7-3. Iowa Central up on Coffeyville.
Shotgun formation here from Coffeyville. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, 1 running back in the backfield. He's going to do an option play here, and he's going to keep it. He gets a nice little gain. Not enough for a 1st down, though. Good for about 8 yards. Going to bring up 4th down here for Coffeyville, but a nice run nonetheless.
That was Fuamatu, Chalon Fuamatu, the sophomore running back, with a big run there. Brings it to about the 12, and Coffeyville's going to go for it on 4th and 1.
Hurry up offense here from Coffeyville. They're going to go quick. Oh, that's an offsides call from Iowa Central. And he's going to keep it, and that's going to be a touchdown if the flags stand. But the original call on the field is a touchdown for Coffeyville. 2 flags on the play, 1 before the ball even snapped. I think it was an offsides call, and then 1 while the play was still going on. We'll see what the call is here from the head ref. Got to be a lot of discussion here. Big-time calls here for the flags.
If it stands, it's an 11-yard touchdown run for Cam Smith for Coffeyville.
Fouls by both teams on the play. Offsides call by Iowa Central by number 30. And then a holding call from Coffeyville. It's going to be an offset penalty, and they're going to replay the 4th down call.
So 4th
It looks
and
like they're
one
going to go
again
for it
on the
again.
offset and penalties. Yeah, they're going to go for it with Coffeyville.
They're going to still go for it after the penalty call. 4th and 1 yard to go. They do not need a touchdown. They just need a first down. Shotgun formation here. 2 wideouts. Here comes a snap. Looks like it's going to be an option play. They're going to hand the ball off. It might be a stop. I think they did stop him. That's going to be a turnover on downs, it looks like. There's a flag on the play, though.
I think that's going to be after the play, probably some sort of celebration. Hopefully it's not a personal foul that negates that defensive play for the Tritons, though.
Yeah.
Good penetration by the defensive line again. Romello Gray was in there. We've called that name. He's having himself a big day, along with 91 as well. 91 being Luke Choll. We'll look, the officials will confer here, and we'll see what it looks like.
Great stop, though, by Iowa Central on that 4th down play. I think it might have been a late hit call.
Well, it's going to go against Coffeyville because they're marching the defense out on the field. So the turnover on downs will stand. Big 4th down play.
So it is going to be a 4th down. And after the play is over, unnecessary roughness on Coffeyville after the play was over. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the original spot. So that's going to bring them to about the 25 or 26-yard line for Iowa Central.
I'll tell you what, it's been a penalty-filled day here in this one. Both teams kind of sloppy play in those terms, and Coffeyville has just kind of shot themselves in the foot on offense with the offensive penalties.
Looks like Coffeyville was getting something going here. It looks like they were going to score, but the 4th down came, and Iowa Central's red zone defense gave a big stop. So it's going to be still 7-3. Iowa Central is up. Iowa Central has the ball here. They're going to hand it off and finds a little bit of room. That's enough for a first down here. About a 12-yard gain from Iowa Central. Big run. Going to bring a first down here for Iowa Central.
Taylor with about 12 yards, ripping one off, first down. Now his helmet came off, so he's got to come out of the game for a play. Now Kurt Taylor, the Michigan transfer, had 80 yards on the ground last week for the Tritons and really sparked that running game in the second half in the win against Iowa Western.
Looks like he's going to have to come off the play, though, for one field because his helmet did come off. So he's going to take one play off. That is the rule here at NJCAA. So Iowa Central sitting up shop here at around the 39-yard line. 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Shotgun formation here. 3 wideouts, 2 running backs. Going to hand the ball off here. Gets a nice little gain. Good for about 3 yards. It's going to bring up second down here for Iowa Central.
The Tritons with the ball, working right to left on your radio dial. They'll have it around their own 43, 2nd and 6. 6:50 and the clock running. Second quarter here. Iowa Central 7. Coffeyville 3. I'm Rob Jones. He's Austin Johansson. Glad to bring it to you here on the Triton Nation Network.
Shotgun formation here from Iowa Central. It's going to be 2nd and 6 here. Here comes the snap. Going to hand the ball off. It gets stopped right away. That's going to be enough for about a 2-yard loss. Coffeyville comes in the backfield. Great stop by them.
Big 99 in there shooting the gap. Jermaine Carmina, the 6'6", 350-pound sophomore. The big man is a load out of Los Angeles, California. When you talk about 350 pounds and 6'6", you're talking about a mountain of a man.
Yes, you are.
And he shot that gap in the A-gap there.
He mans that middle of that defensive line, doesn't he? He comes in there.
Coffeyville's got a lot of guys with Division I type of size here. And we'll see if that plays a factor as the game goes on.
So shotgun formation here from Iowa Central. 4 wideouts here. Here comes a snap. Going to drop back to pass, but he's going to keep him in himself. Finds a lot of room. Halfback draw play right here. So much room. He gets around Coffeyville's 36-yard line. That's plenty enough for a first down for Iowa Central.
Oh, into Coffeyville territory goes DJ Irons on the carry, and I tell you what, he had a big game last week. We talked about that. He had a pretty good game on the ground as well last week with 44 yards, but that one ripping it off. First time we've seen him take off like that and get a big gain.
Here comes a play. 2 flags on the field. Overthrew that pass to the right side. I think it's going to be an offsides call here from Iowa Central since the play continued. We'll see the call here from the head ref. Should be a quick call.
On the pass, he was looking over there to his right and couldn't find his man, Terrell Carey.
Still waiting for the penalty call here. A little bit of discussion here from some of the refs.
Offside.
It's going to be an offsides call
22.
on the defense. Number 22 for Coffeyville. It's going to get the offsides call. Spencer Chambers.
Spencer Chambers, the linebacker, 6 foot, 220, out of Apopka, Florida, a freshman linebacker. Jumped the gun there trying to come in and blitz.
So it's going to bring up first down and 5 yards to go since the play call was on a first down. They're going to set up shop here. Shotgun formation, 3 wideouts, 2 running backs for Iowa Central. A motion from one of the running backs. Might be a screenplay. It's going to be another offsides
again.
call. Free play. He's just going to go towards the end zone.
Touchdown.
Gets a catch, and that's a touchdown for Iowa Central. DJ Irons, big touchdown throw on the free play. Looking a little bit like Aaron Rodgers getting the free play.
It was
able to go to the end
Tenarius
zone.
Aiken there from 33 yards out.
Number 47. That penalty declined.
And the flag was an offsides call by number 47 for Coffeyville. That's going to be Marion Green.
But it'll be, of course, declined, so
Yes.
that'll stand as a touchdown. Tritons will go up.
Great play by DJ Irons to recognize that offsides call. Found his end zone
We
and
saw him do that last week, too,
Yeah.
against Iowa Western.
Took a
He's got
shot.
good recognition for that and take a shot down the field when you get that.
he's a smart quarterback,
Yep,
isn't he?
good poise out of the freshman QB.
So here comes the extra point. It's currently 13-3, trying to make it 14-3 here on the extra point, and that extra point is going to be good. 14-3 here for Iowa Central. 5 minutes and 14 seconds to go currently. Still in the second quarter.
We'll take a 1-minute break and come back with more Iowa Central and Coffeyville on the Triton Nation Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Triton Nation Network. We have about 5 minutes and 14 seconds left to go. Still in the first half, in the second quarter right here. Tritons are up 14-3 on Coffeyville. Been a nice game from Iowa Central so far. And the touchdown pass from DJ Irons off that offsides penalty. Got a free play, took a shot at the end zone, and got the touchdown.
62-yard drive on 9 plays. Find a Tenarius Aiken from 33 yards out.
Here comes the kickoff. A little bit short of the end zone. Going to return it here. Finds a little bit of room up the middle. Still going. Finds a room outside. Trying to dodge one man. Does get him. And there's going to go down at around the 31-yard line. Good return there from Coffeyville.
That was a nice return from Titan Williams, the freshman receiver, 5'9", 180-pounder out of Lufkin, Texas, for the Coffeyville Red Ravens.
So they are going to set up shop here. Looks like it's going to be at around the 33-yard line here for Coffeyville. It's going to be first down and 10. We'll see. Oh, there is a flag on the play, actually, from Coffeyville on the return. It's going to be a block in the back. That's going to set them back a little bit on the kickoff
Coffeyville
return.
well over 100 yards and penalties here, and they
Yeah.
just haven't been able to get out of their own way. They've ran the ball at times, you know, been able to move the ball on the ground at times, but costly penalties here. They find themselves trailing 14-3.
And that penalty actually cost them a touchdown. It would be 14-10 probably here
Right.
from Coffeyville if that penalty would have
Absolutely,
been.
you're right. They had the first down play there, and what would have been a touchdown. You're right, from 11 yards out with Cam Smith.
So we'll see how they can bounce back on this drive here for Coffeyville. Still currently 14-3, 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Here still in this first half. Coffeyville going to set up shop. Looks like it's going to be around the 12-yard line here for Coffeyville. Shotgun formation, 2 wideouts, 1 running back. Here comes the snap. It's going to just hand it off here to his tailback. Still trying to find some room. Gets tackled in the backfield. We'll see how much of a loss of yards it is here for Coffeyville.
Good defense there by the Tritons. Yeah, he's going to lose about 5 yards, it looks like.
Looks like he's going to set up shop on the 8-yard line here. So a nice tackle. Going to bring up 2nd and 14 here for Coffeyville inside their own 10-yard line. Not the start that Coffeyville wanted there to this drive. Let's see how they bounce back. Shotgun formation here. 2 wideouts, 1 running back. Going to drop back to pass near his own end zone. Going to go deep here. Has a man on the outside on the fly route. Oh, just a little bit long on that throw. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be bring up 3rd down and 14 yards here for Coffeyville.
He was looking for Tyquez Hampton, the sophomore receiver, 6'2", 210, out of Jacksonville, Florida, for the Red Ravens of Coffeyville. Tyquez had a big play in the pass game last week, 61-yard touchdown pass, so he is a big play threat. Coach Montalto and I talked earlier in the week, and he talked about Hampton and Taylor both being big play threats on the outside, and a strong arm from Smith just couldn't hook up on the pass.
Just a little bit off on that pass. Shotgun pass here. Red Ravens looking for somebody. Finds maybe someone going deep on a little slant route. Overthrew him again, though. Going to be another incomplete pass here from Coffeyville.
And what you're seeing is Coffeyville trying to take some shots down the field now because Iowa Central's got a little bit keen on that running game.
Yep.
So they're keying in on the running game, adding an extra defender into the box, crowding the box, and now Coffeyville's going to take shots down the field to try to take the top off the defense here.
It's a good play call, but just not enough execution on those plays. Trying to get them with that play action.
Right. And I believe there was another penalty marker on that one.
I believe it was on. It's going to be on the defense. Pass interference from number 16 for the Iowa Central Tritons. That's going to be Stanley Cross. And it's going to result in a 1st down. No 4th down for Coffeyville. Big time penalty for Iowa Central.
Automatic 1st down. Automatic pass interference.
Yep.
And that hurts the Triton defense.
So
4:13 to play in the half.
Coffeyville looks like they're going to be set at around the 13-yard line of their own territory. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 here. About 4 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. Tritons lead the game 14-3. Here comes a snap. He's going to drop back to pass again. 3 pass players in a row. Going to go deep again. He might have a man. Good defense. Good swat there by number 14 on the Iowa Central Tritons, the Trell Durr. Big time play by him. That's going to bring up 2nd down here in 10.
Durr was out there on an island by himself, able to close the gap and make that play, knock it away. A huge play in the defensive secondary by that corner out there, all Trell Durr.
Great secondary defense by Iowa Central. Going to bring up 2nd down at 10 for Coffeyville.
14-3. Of course, the Iowa Central Tritons ahead here 14-3 on 2 touchdown drives here, 2 touchdown passes from DeMarcus Irons.
Here comes a snap. Looks like they're going to hand it off here. Finds a little bit of room to the outside, but they're going to get swarmed by Iowa Central defense. That's good for about a 2 or 3 yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd down here for the Coffeyville Red Ravens.
Coffeyville not been really efficient offensively on 3rd down. They've had trouble here today, and last week Austin against Fort Scott did not convert on 3rd down at all
They
in
did
the
not.
entire game.
0 for 11 on 3rd down conversions. Well, they're definitely looking to change that here today.
That and turnovers and penalties get you beat every single week.
So see if they can clean it up here. Here comes the snap. They're going to drop back to pass, and he's going to be incomplete. That is going to bring up 4th down in here, 5 to go. Good defense by Iowa Central.
And we're looking for 89, Bryson Yarmo, the 6'5", 250-pound tight end out of Hudson, New Hampshire. Couldn't find him, so now 4th down, and they'll punt it away. 3.5 minutes to play, 1st half. Iowa Central 14, Coffeyville 3 here from Fort Dodge, Iowa, and Dodger Stadium. Hello to all the folks in Kansas and Oklahoma listening to us on US 98, KUSN. Big shout out to those folks having us, and glad to be with you.
So here comes a punt. It's a nice little high punt. It's going to be another fair catch here by Rashad Whitty for Iowa Central. It's going to be around their own 32-yard line to set up shop here on this next drive. 3 minutes and 21 seconds left to go. We'll see if Iowa Central can get something moving before the half is over.
Hughes Ford with another 40-plus yard punt there and no return. He's been very good in the punting game. You know, if you're Coffeyville, you want to take what positives you can out of this 1st half, and Hughes Ford has done a tremendous job of flipping the field from that punter's position.
So Iowa Central's played a pretty solid game here so far. Got a couple touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, I should say, from DJ Irons.
One to Brandon Tukes from 48 yards and 133 yards to Tenarius Aiken.
So Iowa Central setting up shop here. 3 wideouts, a little bit of motion towards the back end. Might be a handoff. It is. Kind of a weird play right there, and it's going to get stopped right away. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. They had a guy on the outside as a running back, lined up as a wide receiver. The trip packs and came around a motion, in a weird motion, and got the handoff.
A few guys in there for Coffeyville. Dalen Gantz, number 5, the defensive back, was in to make the stop, as well as defensive lineman 99, Jermaine Carmina, and 96, DeShannon Turner, also in on the stop.
Same play right here. It's going to be a fake handoff, though. He rolls out to his right, tries to find a wide on the outside. A little bit of fight for the ball, no flag, and it's going to be incomplete.
He was looking downfield for Christian Ford there. And good coverage out there for Coffeyville. Number 13, Brenton Clofer, the freshman defensive back, 5'10", 195-pounder out of New Orleans, on the coverage for the Red Ravens.
A little bit of contact there on that receiving,
a little
but
bit,
I think it was a good no call.
Not excessive there,
yeah.
And it was kind of both guys giving it to each other, let them play.
Yeah, good no call right there. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 here for Iowa Central. 4 wideouts in the package from Iowa Central. Shotgun here. Here's a snap. DJ Irons is going to take it himself. He's going to find some room. I think he's going to have enough first down. He is. That's a big gain around to the 50-yard line. First down here for Iowa Central.
An 18-yard run for DJ. We've seen him a couple of times in situations where the pocket broke down. There was nothing down the field. He was able to take it himself there. And what you have when you're playing zone, and Coffeyville's playing zone defensively, is when guys go downfield for the downfield pass, everybody kind of retreats, right? So DJ sees that. He tucks it and runs and picks up the first down.
Smart decision by him. That's going to be an offsides call. Play's going to still go. He's just going to throw it towards the sideline. Just going to throw it away. Take the penalty. Smart decision by DJ right there.
Yeah. DJ had nowhere to go there, and there was a guy that broke free for Coffeyville and would have planted him like fertilizer there, and that was Anthony Persley, I believe, for Coffeyville. No, not Persley. 95, Devin Lee in there, 330 pounds, 6'2", freshman defensive lineman out of Clyde, Ohio, was coming like a freight train there, so DJ had to get rid of it.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 5 here for Iowa Central. 14-3, Iowa Central has the lead. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go here left in this first half. Shotgun formation here from Iowa Central. Setting up shop on the Coffeyville's own 46-yard line. Rashad Woody in motion. Just across the line. Here comes a snap. Dropping back to pass. Finds an outside little drag route. Oh, he breaks free. He's still going down the sideline. Rashad Woody gets knocked out of bounds. Maybe, yep, he's going to be out of bounds at about the 2-yard line, or 3-yard line, I should say. Big time pass and catch and run from Rashad Woody right there.
First down and goal now. Rashad Woody with a whole bunch of yak, Austin, yards after the catch there, and picking them up and putting them down. That's what the Tritons like to do offensively.
I was a little bit generous on the spot there. They're going to set up shop at the 7-yard line. A lot of motion here from Iowa Central right now. About 4 players, every single wideout, and the running back went into motion. Still going, just going to be a handoff, though. That's a fumble by Iowa Central. There's a big pile. I think Coffeyville thinks they have it. I think they do, too. And they do. That's going to be a fumble and a recovery by Coffeyville. All that motion was for nothing. Iowa Central turns the ball over here.
Let's see who comes up with it. For Coffeyville, looks like one of their defensive linemen may have come up with that. No, it's Jaquan Beaver, the sophomore linebacker, 6'1", 225, number 30 out of Booker T. Washington in Miami. He comes up with that fumble recovery there. And I think all the motion kind of got the Tritons kind of out of sync.
And an illegal shift from the Iowa Central with all that motion.
Yeah, of course it's illegal when 4 guys move at the same time.
Yeah, a lot of motion from Iowa Central right there. I think it confused them as well, and it turns out to be a fumble from Iowa Central off of a pretty promising drive there from Iowa Central.
So now the first mistake we've seen really from Iowa Central. Now can Coffeyville capitalize at their own 10-yard line here right before the half?
It's the first turnover in 2 games as well. No turnovers last game, so first turnover here today in 2 weeks. So not used to that, so got to bounce back and recover from that.
You know, it could be a momentum changer, though, if Coffeyville can score before the half.
Here comes a snap. Going to be a flag, though. Looks like it's going to be a false start call on Coffeyville. Going to bring them back 5 yards.
Of course, at halftime, we'll have the halftime show for you here. 14-3. Iowa Central up on Coffeyville with 1:42 to play in the second quarter.
Offense, number 71, 5-yard
That's going to be a false start call on number 71 for Coffeyville. That's going to be Karen Coleman, and it's going to bring them back 5 yards. It's going to be on their own 5-yard line here.
We've seen
Coffeyville.
Coleman a couple of times out of that offensive guard, that left guard spot, have those false starts here today.
Here comes a snap. It's going to be a handoff here up the middle. That's going to be good for about 2 yards. Not a big gain right there. That's going to bring up second down here for Coffeyville.
Minute 30 and the clock running now. Question will be, is Coffeyville just going to be conservative, keep it on the ground, run the clock out, and go to the halftime locker room?
I think
so.
they probably will. I don't think they want to risk anything because if the Iowa Central does get the ball back, they do score. They're down by 3 scores.
Yeah.
So here comes the snap. They're going to hand the ball off, find some room up the middle. That's a decent gain. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough for the first down, but it's going to make it a much more manageable third down here for Coffeyville.
Shaylin Fuamatu, the running back, number 8, with the carry for Coffeyville out of Kalihi, Hawaii there. Picks up a few, and that's going to bring up, third down and 13 here.
It's going to be a timeout here for Iowa Central. Smart
Timeout
decision by
on the
Iowa
field,
Central.
and we'll take it with them here. Iowa Central leads Coffeyville 14-3 with 1:04 to play in the half. Back in 60 seconds on the Triton Nation Network.
Here comes a handoff. A nice run up the middle. That's going to be good for about 2 or 3 yards here. We'll see if it brings up a first down. I don't believe it is.
Now, they're going to be short by a couple of yards, I believe, of the first down marker.
And another timeout here from Iowa Central. Smart choice by Iowa Central to take the timeout here, so that way they have a minute left to get that punt return and maybe can take it back to score.
I think they're going to be aggressive here. Coach Montalto is going to be aggressive. Of course, we're going to keep it right here during this timeout. A minute and 1 second here. Iowa Central 14, Coffeyville 3. And so far, the Coffeyville offense has kind of shot themselves in the foot with penalties and can't get out of their own way. And the Iowa Central defense playing pretty good here today as well. DJ Irons has been pretty solid. A couple of touchdown passes, engineered drives, and keeping drives alive on third down by scrambling and picking up first downs.
Yeah, great game from DJ Irons so far. He's been doing it all, passing and running, and just seems calm and seems like comfortable out there.
So much command of the offense for a freshman, and very impressive.
Seems like he wants to be out there. He wants to lead this team, and he is doing it right now. And a punt here for Coffeyville.
Yeah, they're going to punt it away. Rashad Whitty's going to be back around his own 41 to receive.
Nice high punt here. Probably going to be another fair catch.
Yep.
And it is going to be a fair catch. Rashad Whitty catches it around their own 39-yard line. And so they have about 54.2 seconds left here to get something going. Might just try to get it in field goal range to get maybe a field goal, make it 17-3 to go into the half.
About a 42-yard punt, no return there. We sing the same old song with the punter for Coffeyville, Hughes Ford, with another 40-plus yard punt and no return.
You think that could be a little bit of a scattering report on Iowa Central because the special teams was a huge factor here last game. Maybe they're just trying not to give us a chance to return the ball.
Maybe, but I think that's anytime you punt, I think you want to punt the ball 40-plus yards.
Yeah.
And with hang time, let your guys go down and force the fair catch.
It's going to be an unnecessary roughness call on number 52 for Iowa Central. That's going to be Jacob Durkin, the linebacker here, 5'10", 190 pounds, freshman. And that's going to bring them back to about the 24-yard line on their Iowa Central's own territory. That's a big loss right there and an unnecessary call.
Yeah, it is there. Just a kind of dumb penalty, if you will. You know, they're not unnecessary. For sure.
So we'll see what Iowa Central does here. Shotgun formation here. 3 wideouts, 1 running back. Here comes the snap. They're going to drop back to pass. DJ's just going to take it himself up the middle. Got a lot of room, got a couple blockers, breaks 1 tackle, gets to around the 49-yard line, still in their own territory, but they're going to run the hurry-up offense here. Big gain, that's a first down.
First down and 10. The chains will move. The clock will stop while they move those chains. So Tritons trying to engineer a drive here with less than a minute to play in the half.
Clock still going at 40 seconds. Shotgun formation here, hurry-up offense from Iowa Central. 4 wideouts, running back in motion. Might be a screenplay here. He's going to drop back to pass. Finds a little drag route over the middle. That's good for about 5 yards. That's going to be around the 46-yard line. Second down here. Only 25 seconds, and the clock's still running. It looks like they're going to try to spike the ball here by Iowa Central, and they will.
They found Javon Brown on the catch there.
Looks like the referee whistled the ball before they spiked the ball. I think a little bit of confusion happened from Iowa Central.
Could have been.
Oh. So they were going to stop the clock to correct the spot that there was. So the clock is going to run. They're just going to run a play. They're not going to spike the ball. 15 seconds and still running. They might just have to go for it all here. DJ Irons drops back to pass.
Timeouts here.
He might just – he's going to take it himself. He's going to run out of bounds with 4.5 seconds left to go here in the second half. We'll see what Iowa Central does. I think they're a little bit out of field goal range. They might just have to go for a Hail Mary.
Yeah, I think they're just going to have to throw it deep and hope they can come up with one here.
Yep.
Put all the biggest guys you can in and try to throw it deep into the end zone if you can. Look, watch for number 9, Jason Young. He's a 6'3" receiver on the outside. Watch for him for the Tritons out there. Jason Young and, of course, some other guys in that receiving core as well to try to go up and make a play.
So here's a whistle here by the referees. I think it's a timeout called by Coffeyville. They're going to make sure they know what they're going to set up on that defense, what they know their game plan is going to be. Don't want to give up a touchdown right here before the half.
And we'll keep it here because we certainly don't want to miss what could be a Hail Mary play.
Definitely.
So we'll keep it right here, and we'll catch up the break, of course, in the halftime. As the halftime show coming up here in just a moment. Again, a big shout-out to the folks in Kansas and Oklahoma listening to us on US 98, KUSN out there. Glad to have those folks along with us as Iowa Central leads Coffeyville 14-3. Just under 5 seconds to play in the first half. I'm Rob Jones. He is Austin Johansson, host of Production Crew. And, Austin, I wish I could recall everybody's name that has a hand in this production because it is a big production from the Iowa Central broadcasting program here. And you guys do a fantastic job with that. The student program running your broadcast here today as the Tritons come out to attempt this Hail Mary at the end of the half.
So let's see what Iowa Central does here. They got 3 wideouts to the right, all set up in a little bit of package, and 1 wideout, Rashad Whitty, to the left. 1 running back in shotgun formation here. We'll see if DJ Irons can lead them to a big Hail Mary touchdown pass here.
Brown and Young on the right of Irons.
Oh, they're just going to pass it towards the outside. I think they were trying to get a little bit of yardage there and run out of bounds to stop the clock, but it was incomplete towards the outside. Intended for Rashad Whitty. A nice play design, I guess. But just couldn't execute.
Yes, in theory, good thought. Just couldn't come up with the execution. That would have probably got him pretty close to field goal range for Colin Swigman. He's got a pretty strong leg. But now we'll see the Hail Mary from DJ, it looks like.
Yeah, no more trying to get out of bounds. Coffeyville's playing pretty coverage right here. They got 5 secondaries in the backfield. A little bit of pressure here. Steps up. Going to be a big Hail Mary throw towards the end zone. Let's see if anybody comes up with it. Big throw. He caught it. That's going to be a touchdown for Iowa Central off the tip. An amazing play.
No indication.
No indication. They think that they scored. Referee's still going to talk about it. It looks like he did get the catch. It looks like he did have a foot in bounds. Still waiting for the official call, though.
They put it on the board.
I think, they put it on the board. I think it is a touchdown. I didn't see an official call from the referee, but the play it looks like it is going to stand. That is a touchdown here from Iowa Central. What a throw.
45-yard Hail Mary. And who made the catch, Austin? Jason Young.
Jason Young.
We talked about
You called
Young, the big receiver, being physical, and he was made the play off the ricochet there.
Wow.
And that's a huge play.
What a tip. It was just a little bit of tip here. Here's the extra point. And it's going to be good. That's going to be 21-3. Iowa Central is leading to halftime. That was an amazing Hail Mary.
It
throw
really
right there,
was.
just
And
off
it
the
bounced
tip.
around. Coffeyville did what they could to try to knock it down. It
Yeah.
bounced around. Jason Young came up with it. That's halftime here. Tritons of Iowa Central 21, Coffeyville 3. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with the halftime show on the Triton Nation Network. Warm the bus up on that one because that broke their back right there.
Over Coffeyville Red Ravens. Big time first half from Iowa Central and ended the half in a big way out of a Hail Mary tip pass catch for a touchdown with 2 seconds left to go in the first half.
A little da-na-na, da-na-na. Top play on Sports Center tonight, if anybody got that. I tell you what, the video crew who can hear me right now, cut that one out after the game, send it into Sports Center, and let's see if we can get on the top 10 tonight with the Jason Young 45-yard Hail Mary catch from DJ Irons to end the first half.
It was a big-time play and a big-time catch, and it was very great concentration off the receiver, off that tip ball to be able to get that catch.
You know, you work on that in practice. You know, as a defensive backfield, you work on just knock it down. Just knock it down. Just knock it down. For a receiving core, you work on trying to get a hand on and knock it up into the air and see if a guy can make a play, and that's what they were able to do. Jason Young comes up with it off the bounce there, and, you know, that's a backbreaker. Anytime you give up a big Hail Mary play like that, but first half, so far so good. DJ Irons continues his quality play at quarterback. You know, last week he was instrumental last week, and he kind of managed the game against Iowa Western last week in that win. 3 total touchdowns, 200 yards of total offense last week, 13 for 20, 158 yards, and a touchdown pass, and ran for 2 touchdowns and 44 yards. Now this week, so far, DJ's doing a little bit more in the air. He's 8 for 12 here in the first half, 162 yards and a hat trick of 3 touchdown passes. So last week we saw him be a little bit more of a game manager and kind of take what was there and dink and dunk. Today we're seeing him take a few more shots down the field, and we're seeing the Iowa Central Triton receiving core and tight ends being able to kind of break some plays and be big play threats down the field.
Yeah, the passing game's looking a lot nicer here this game, and it's just being involved a lot more. And DJ Irons, like you said, he's having a great game. 3 touchdown passes already, and he's already got more passing yards than he did last game, I believe.
And to recap things, Iowa Central took the opening possession, their first drive. They went 48 yards, 2 plays, and scored on a 48-yard touchdown catch by Brandon Tukes. Coffeyville then in their second possession, 10-play drive, 75 yards, 6:20 off the clock in that one. Ended with a 27-yard field goal for them. And then Iowa Central scored in the second quarter. Tenarius Aiken, a 33-yard touchdown catch from DJ Irons on a 9-play, 62-yard drive. And then they scored right before the half with 1:01 was what that drive took. Total time of 1:01, so a good end of the half clock management drive for DJ and the offense, and results in a 45-yard touchdown Hail Mary pass to Jason Young, a 65-yard drive in 5 plays in 1:01.
And, you know, Coffeyville is having a big-time problem with those penalties.
They
right
are.
now.
Can't get out of their own
They
way.
cannot.
They've got well over 100 yards in penalties here thus far in this ball game today. Coffeyville's having trouble here, and they're looking at, you know, if they don't pick things up, they're looking at starting out 0-3 on the season, something that Coffeyville as a program is not used to, not accustomed to, and they just hadn't been able to get out of their own way. They have at times moved the ball here today, particularly on the ground. But then they have a big penalty, you know, that shoots themselves in the foot, or a turnover or something of that nature.
Yeah, it cost them just over here on this sideline right here.
Yeah.
They were, I think it was on the 11-yard line. It was 4th down. They were going for it. They gave a hand up the middle. The quarterback actually kept it, took it up the middle, and it was a touchdown. And it was actually offsides call on Iowa Central, but then they had a holding call. Offset the penalty, had to replay 4th down, and didn't get it.
And Iowa Central then stopped them on that ensuing play. So you're absolutely right. I mean, you take that away, you take, you know, you change that. They don't commit that penalty. They score. And then you take away the Hail Mary. And this game, you know, is a 14-10 ball game instead of 21-3.
Yeah.
But that's the game of football.
Right.
You know, with Coffeyville making mistakes, what does Iowa Central have to do? They have to capitalize.
And they have.
And they have. And that's exactly
you cannot
what
be a
they've been able to
successful.
do.
You cannot be a successful football team if you keep saying, well, if this would have happened, we would be all right.
Yeah.
That's not how it works, because not everything's going to go your way, and it's about adjusting.
As they would say down south, if a bullfrog had wings, he wouldn't bump his rear end either. I mean, that's kind of the way it goes, you know, and coulda, woulda, shoulda, but didn't. And that's where we stand right now. We've got, you know, halftime here. Iowa Central up 21-3 on Coffeyville here at Dodger Stadium in Fort Dodge, Iowa. We'd like to thank the folks KUSN for having us, and say hello to those folks in Kansas and Oklahoma listening to us out there on US 98 KUSN. John Leonard, the GM there, and his staff. Appreciate them picking us up today, and good to be with you here and bring you this game. I wish for the folks in Kansas and Oklahoma, the Coffeyville fans, that I had a little bit of more bright news and joyful news to give them, but I just don't have much. I mean, they did have over 100 yards rushing in the first half, which is good, and we talked about the fact that they've moved the ball some offensively in the ground game. They just haven't been able to avoid the penalties there. We'll take a 2-minute break here in the half, and we'll come back. The Iowa Central band out on the field playing their halftime number here. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with more of the halftime show as Iowa Central leads Coffeyville 21-6 here on the Triton Nation Network.
Performing at all Triton home football games, as well as numerous exhibitions for schools and events each fall, the Triton Marching Band is open to all instrumental students, regardless of major. Visit ICCC.com for more information on the Triton Marching Band. Jeremy Smith is Director of Athletic Bands at Iowa Central. Iowa Central Percussion.
Hey, we'll take one more 2-minute break.
Welcome, everybody, back to the Triton Nation Network. We are here at halftime with the Iowa Central versus Coffeyville game. It is currently 21-3. Iowa Central has the lead, and we are about 9 minutes and 40 seconds away to start back up for the second half. Been a great game so far here from Iowa Central with a 21-3 lead. 3 passing touchdowns from DJ Irons so far. Great game from him and great game from that red zone defense.
You know, he continues to grow up before our eyes and before the eyes of the coaching staff here at his DJ. He's got a lot of poise and a lot of presence as a young freshman quarterback, able to make big plays in the passing game and command and lead this offense. That's what you need. He's been able to do that here today. 3 touchdown passes, 162 yards, 8 for 12. No picks for DJ, so he's played really well here today, Austin. And I know Iowa Central wants to get this one. It's a home game. You got to protect your house and your home field. And, of course, next week they'll go on the road over to Illinois to play the College of DuPage. Coffeyville looking at 0-3 start if they don't get something going here in the second half. And, Austin, looking at the Coffeyville schedule, it doesn't get any easier.
No, it does not. They go up against Butler Community College out of Kansas next week. That's actually a night game at 7 p.m. I'm kind of jealous. We don't really get any night games here, especially here anyway at home.
Well, being an old guy, I like the noon and 1 o'clock kickoff, and I like that. And
yeah.
I know why they do that here. Kevin Twait, the AD here, for years was the football coach. And any coach will tell you when you got a 3:30 game or a 7 o'clock game, you don't see your family after the game. Now, during the season as a coach, the only time you do see your family is after the game if you play a noon or 1 o'clock kick. So Coach Twait, in his infinite wisdom, kind of changed the format when he became the athletic director, and I think first as the football coach here and then as the athletic director here for the noon kickoff. And for me personally, you know, I grew up in kind of an era, Austin, where the night game was really not prevalent at that time, and it was all 12 and 1 kickoffs primarily. And I kind of dig that. You know, as a kid, you know, you'd sleep in, you wake up at 10 Eastern, where I grew up was Eastern time, and you'd turn on College Game Day, and when that was over with, you had kickoff.
There you go.
That's kind of the way that I like it. But I understand you and other people who like the night game because the atmosphere for a night game is crazy.
That's my main focus is just the atmosphere.
Well,
the night lights,
you're
Friday
a college
night lights.
kid. You
I
don't
mean,
wake up till
no, I don't.
7 o'clock at night.
I had trouble waking up this morning, but I did when I came here. And but yeah, night games. I think a lot of people are just used to the high school night games because of course they have to have it. At night because they have it Friday nights. They can't do it during school.
You know, either way for me, you know, I had a Friday night game in high school football on the road last night. Yeah, it was a little rough getting up this morning, getting everything going and everything. But look at it on the bright side. We're going to finish this afternoon, and we're going to be done for the rest of the day as well.
Actually, now, I do have work after this.
You do have work?
I do.
Okay, well.
So I'm not going to be done until 10 o'clock, but that's okay.
He's got a day job, ladies and gentlemen, you know, a 9-to-5 job. I've got about a 5 in the morning to whenever at night job with what I do. You know, a lot of irons in the fire. Let's look at some scores around college football.
I was actually going to bring that up. I had to pull it up myself.
Army and Michigan at the end of 3, Austin, tied at 14.
Yes, they are.
Might have an upset brewing in the big house. Shout out to Army, and Coach Jeff Monken is tremendous. He has done a great job turning that program around.
Our own Iowa Hawkeyes right now are leading the Rutgers. Just the start of the fourth quarter is going to just start up here in a few. 3rd and 12 for the Rutgers. It's currently 27-0 for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Currently ranked 20th right now in the polls.
And Ohio State all over Cincinnati, 35-0 at the end of 3. And last night, college football action. Boise State with a win over Marshall, 14-7. Virginia 52-17 over William and Mary. And Wake Forest over Rice last night, 41-21.
Also some action. Maryland has the advantage right now at the end of the third quarter, 49-20 over the 21st ranked Syracuse.
I thought that would be a back and forth,
Yeah.
like one possession game. A sneaky quarterback battle in that. A lot of folks don't know around the country, Maryland has Virginia Tech transfer quarterback Josh Jackson.
I do remember that.
And Josh Jackson is a dynamic player, having a big game for himself today.
Also at halftime, Utah, the 13th ranked school in the nation, is going up against North Illinois. It's currently 21-17. And our own Iowa State Hawkeyes have a bye week this week, so we're not going to see them in action.
Cyclones
That's what I said.
have a bye. You said Iowa State Hawkeyes.
Did I?
Yes, you crossed
I am
up
so
the
disappointed
two,
in myself.
the two wires. So they do
Oh,
have a
man.
bye next
They
week.
do.
The Cyhawk game next
Yes,
week.
next week. It's kind of weird. I thought that the Cyhawk game was going to be this week because it's usually the second week in
Third week
every
this year.
season, but apparently it's going to be third week this year. Cyclones get a bye, but yeah.
Couple of big games coming up later today. A 2:30 Central kickoff. Texas A&M in Death Valley at Clemson, taking on the defending champion Clemson
game.
Tigers. My old stomping grounds, as I grew up about 20 minutes from Clemson there. So shout out to the fine folks down there who I know are going crazy on the tailgate today.
Big game also. LSU is going up against the Texas Longhorns. 6th ranked LSU and 9 for Texas. That's going to be a big battle right there.
Oh, it is going to be a titanic battle. I'm a guy who's lived in both of those parts of the country in my sportscasting career, and I can tell you those groups of people, people from Texas, people from Louisiana, do not care for each other.
No.
So that's a rivalry that should play every year,
and a
and
top
I'm
10
glad that they
matchup
are.
nonetheless as well. Texas is finally back up in those rankings. Finally a
They
big-time
are.
powerhouse
We'll
again.
see if they've got enough for LSU tonight. The Bayou Bengals pretty tough at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see how that works out.
It seems like LSU always has big first tests, doesn't it? I've just seen a pattern of
They
big
will
time.
kind of go and play maybe one game a year in a non-conference early on. We've seen them play Wisconsin in the past.
I've seen Oregon.
Yeah,
LSU.
Oregon in the past as well. So, yeah, they will do that at times to try to get themselves ready for SEC West play. Let's take a 1-minute break and come back as we are at halftime. Iowa Central leads Coffeyville 21-3 here. A 1-minute break, and we're back on the Triton Nation Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Triton Nation Network. We are about 1 minute away from the start of the second half. Iowa Central is currently leading the game against Coffeyville here. 21-3 is the score right now. And a big-time first half from Iowa Central. Big-time game from DJ Irons and a big-time game from the red zone defense here from Iowa Central.
Absolutely. DJ's been pretty sensational. 8 for 12 in the first half, 162 yards, 3 touchdown passes. He has a touchdown to Brandon Tukes, a 48-yarder on the first drive of the game for the Tritons. Also, he has a 33-yard touchdown catch by Tenarius Aiken and a a Hail Mary, a 45-yarder to Jason Young at the end of the first half.
So we're about 10 seconds away here to start the half. Iowa Central is going to be receiving the ball. Rashad Whitty back to return, more likely.
Yeah,
We're ready
let's
to
see Christian Ford and Rashad Whitty back to receive the kick here for the Tritons. And doing the kicking will be Sarah Hughes Ford, the punter and kicker extraordinaire for Coffeyville.
So here we go, just getting ready to kick the ball off to start the second half. 21-3 is the current score right now. Iowa Central with the lead, and here we go for the kickoff. It's going to be a big line drive, leans towards the outside. It's going to be land in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback here. Oh, and a little bit of a scuffle right there in the middle of the play, but no flag on the play, and it's going to be a touchback at the 25-yard line.
Guys got tangled up there. Kenson Henderson, the linebacker on the coverage team for Coffeyville, and along with Triton, Malik Adams on the return team. A little extracurricular, but no flag.
And we did feel a little bit of a sprinkle there during halftime, but it looks like it's gone away a little bit. It doesn't look like it's raining, but it may come back, so that could be a factor here later in the game.
I, again, am impressed with Sarah Hughes Ford handling the kicking duties for Coffeyville. Kicked that one in for the touchback. Iowa Central will open the half here on their own 25, 1st and 10.
Here's a snap. It's going to be a handoff towards the outside. It's not going to be any gain on the play. Actually going to be a loss of 2 yards there for Iowa Central. It's going to bring up second down.
Brenton Clofer on the stop for Coffeyville, the 5'10", 195-pound freshman defensive back out of New Orleans. We've called his name a few times here. He's had a good game defensively there. Carry was by Jatovia Hill.
Shotgun here for Iowa Central. 3 wideouts, 2 running backs in the backfield. Here's a snap, drop back to pass. Nice play over the middle. A good pass. It's going to be complete for about 2 or 3 yards. And it was a nice play set up, but it doesn't get very far. It's going to bring up third down here for Iowa Central.
Tenarius Aiken coming through on the wide receiver slip screen to the middle there. And that's one of those, if that guy covering him doesn't make the tackle, then he's got room to run, and Tenarius can flat out fly.
Yeah, he came in and really shocked me on that play. Just came right through on a little drag route. Shotgun formation here, 4 wideouts, or 5 wideouts, I should say, for DJ Irons. Rolls out to his right. He's going to get a catch. It's going to be complete, I believe. No, they're going to call it out of bounds. Incomplete, stepped out of bounds, didn't get both feet or 1 foot in. That's going to bring a 4th down and 7 here for Iowa Central. 3 and out here for the Iowa Central Tritons.
Jason Young there and unable to find him. So a 3 and out for the Iowa Central offense, a 3 and out forced by the defense of Coffeyville.
Looked like a little bit of discussion here by the refs. I think they're discussing maybe a penalty or something on the play. It looks like an ineligible player, a receiver downfield by Iowa Central, but Coffeyville is going to decline that penalty and just make a 4th down. Smart decision.
So 4th down, they'll bring the punt team on. Jacob Tolheim will come out and punt it away. And for Coffeyville, back to receive, standing around his own 35 is number 26, Lamonte Peterson, the freshman running back out of Crawfordville, Florida.
So here comes the punt. They're going to punt it away on their own 28-yard line here. Here's a snap. And a little bit of a line drive there. No catch. It's going to bounce. And he's going to pick it up, though, and he's going to try to return it.
Oh.
Risky there. Gets breaks towards the outside. Still going. There's a flag on the field. Gets caught up, nice big hit, and he gets taken down at his own, or on Iowa Central's 30-yard line. Big risk to try to pick that punt up, but it turned out very well for him.
You might as well take risk. You're down 18 points here. Be a playmaker, take a risk, and try to make a play, and that's what Lamonte Peterson did there. And we'll see. I think that they're going to get a block in the back, probably around the 40 of Iowa Central, and kind of bring that one back a little bit, negate some of that 37-yard return by Lamonte Peterson.
Still going to be a very nice return, though, with the penalty. And they are going to bring the ball back a little bit here. And here's the official call. And it is a block in the back. You did call it. It's going to be a 10 yards from the spot. So they're going to bring him back to about, looks like near the 50.
Let's see.
Still
they're
going.
They're going to walk it back on Coffeyville's side and set up around the 41.
Yep. So on the 41-yard line is where Coffeyville is going to set up their drive. I think they enforced the penalty from where the spot of the foul was, not where the return was.
Yeah, that's what they do, sure. And that kind of negates it. They only pick up about 11 after the penalty.
So here's a play, a handoff towards the outside. Gets a nice little hurdle there. Gets some room on the outside. That's enough for a first down. Gets knocked out of bounds by number 13 for Iowa Central. Jaron Barber with a hit out of bounds. Good run there for Coffeyville.
Bryan picks up about 14 on the run. First down, Coffeyville. Sophomore running back, 5'10", 210, out of Fort Lauderdale with a big pickup there.
Very nice run from Coffeyville. Brings up first down around the 50-yard line, or 45-yard line, I should say. Here's a snap, hands it off to his running back. It's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. Gets swarmed in the backfield by Iowa Central. No 2-yard loss on the play. That's going to bring up second down here for Coffeyville.
Matt Hanson in there on the stop for Iowa Central, number 97, the sophomore defensive lineman, with a nice play in the middle, plugging that A gap. And Coffeyville, we see again, Austin, another costly penalty. We talked about that all in the first half.
So here comes the shotgun formation. 2 running backs, but one goes into motion towards the outside of the receiver. Here's a snap. Hands it off towards the middle. Finds a lot of room. That's a good gain. That might be enough for a first down here for Coffeyville.
That's Keyshawn Bryan again, right up the gut on the give on the zone read play there.
Looks like it's not going to be enough for a first down, but it's a nice gain. It's going to bring up third down and about 3 yards to go.
Yeah, makes the third down manageable here.
Shotgun formation here. 2 wideouts and 2 running backs in the backfield. Just going to hand it off here, find some room. He's got enough for a first down, still going a little bit, carrying some defenders. Good hit. That's going to be enough for a first down at about the 30-yard line here for Coffeyville.
That was Fuamatsu, number 8 for Coffeyville on the carry, a sophomore running back, 5'10", 220, out of Kalihi, Hawaii there, picking up the first down.
And Iowa Central is going to get called for an illegal substitution right there. They were trying to sub, and Coffeyville recognized it. Those guys were not fast enough. Easy call there by the refs.
Yeah, they tried to run some of the defensive linemen off and substitute there. And you have to do that against up-tempo offenses now. You have to be able to run guys in and out off the field, and they were unable to do it there.
Coffeyville had a sub. Come on, leave the field.
Coffeyville
They
had a
snapped the ball before we had a chance to give the defense a chance to react to it. This will be a do-over, first down.
A do-over.
Yeah, it seems like a very confusing
Yes,
set of words there
okay.
from the referee right now. It seems like they had a substitute on the field that came off,
Yes.
and they didn't get a chance for the defense to react.
Coffeyville had an illegal substitution where one of that kind of confused Iowa Central. They also substituted late.
Nonetheless,
so it's
there is a
do-over.
snap, and fumbled it a little bit, but able to jump on top of it. Loss of yards right there. Some bad luck for Coffeyville right now.
Yeah, tough break there. They've actually substituted quarterbacks now. They've got Edwin Klein Peter Jr. in, number 12 at quarterback. He's a sophomore, 6'2", 240 out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's coming in relief of Cam Smith as he did last week.
Snap or shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Gets the ball, gets a little bit of room, finds some room on the outside. That's enough for a first down. Tried to tackle him. He might stay in bounds. I think he did. He dove for the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, I believe.
No, he's going to be down
they're going to
at
call
the
him
one,
short.
out at the 1.
Oh, wow, that looked like a touchdown from my angle, but it looks like the referee's going to call him short at the 1-yard line. He almost stepped out of bounds there. Apparently stayed in bounds, enough for a first down. Big run there by Coffeyville, first and goal.
How about Klein Peter? He came in last week on relief in the Fort Scott game and went 5 of 9, 125 yards and a touchdown, and he picks up a big run of about 30 yards there to set up first and goal.
Here comes a snap. Oh, they get swarmed. Oh, no, it's going to be a little bit of confusing call there.
Yeah, so Klein Peter lost handle on the snap and was down when he grabbed it.
Yeah.
And then handed it to Fuamatu.
Yep.
So
Ruling
he's
the field.
down at the 2 because he was down when he grabbed the fumble. So good call by the officials there. And now that's second and goal coming up for Coffeyville here. 10:59 to play in the third quarter, and Iowa Central up 21-3.
So Coffeyville's got a nice little drive going, and let's hope that they can capitalize right here. I know Coffeyville is hoping for it. Shotgun formation here, 2 wideouts. Rolls out the pass. A lot of pressure, a little bit of bounce there. Oh, almost caught it. Bounced a little bit, but it's going to be incomplete. Going to bring up third down and goal here for Coffeyville. Kind of a weird pass there, jumbled all over the place. Couldn't get a hold of it.
It was kind of discombobulated there. And we saw them kind of muff the snap on the previous play before that, and I'll make a point. When offenses operate out of the gun all the time and then go under center, a lot of times they do have trouble with the snap, and that's what we saw.
So shotgun formation here for Coffeyville. 3rd down and goal. Pass towards the outside. It's a little fade. Oh, overthrown there, though, by Coffeyville. It's going to be incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Is Coffeyville going to go for it here, or are they just going to take the field goal?
I guess we'll see. I would
Looks like
probably
they're gonna
lead
go
the
for it.
offense on there and try to go for it.
I think they are going to go for it.
And it wasn't a bad throw necessarily by Klein, Peter. He kind of put it where it had to be on that fade route. His guy just wasn't able to go over there and make a play. Good coverage from the Tritons. Here we go with 4th down and goal.
4th and goal here for Coffeyville. 10 minutes and 51 seconds left to go. Coffeyville with the snap. It's an option play. They're going to hand it off. He's going to dive. It looks like it is going to be a touchdown for Coffeyville. Big dive. Avoided 2 defenders from Iowa Central. That's going to make the score 21-9. Red Ravens get their first touchdown of the game here today.
That's a 2-yard touchdown run by Chalin Fuamatu on a 59-yard drive that went 9 plays for Coffeyville.
And they finally run the ball on that 2-yard, and it was all pass plays. I thought they were going to maybe run the ball, try to punch it in, but they finally do it on 4th down, and they get it in there, and the extra point is up, and it is going to be good. It's going to be 21-10 with about 10 minutes and 46 seconds left to go here in this 3rd quarter.
We'll take a 1-minute break and return. Iowa Central 21, Coffeyville 10. 10:46 left, 3rd quarter. A 1-minute break on the Triton Nation Network.
Welcome, everybody, back to the Triton Nation Network. Current score here for Iowa Central versus Coffeyville is 21-10. Coffeyville just got off of a nice little touchdown run for 2 yards. And we're going to take a little bit of break in the action to thank our sponsors, Creative Signs and Graphics. For all your graphic needs, contact Creative Signs and Graphics. So, as I said, a nice little touchdown run for Coffeyville off that current drive. Going to make it 21-10. First touchdown for Coffeyville here today.
Exactly what they needed. 9 plays, 59 yards, 3 minutes, 17 seconds. They've substituted Edwin Klein Peter at quarterback and jump-started the offense here.
So Iowa Central going to start the drive off a touchback on the 25-yard line. DJ Irons rolling out off a fake handoff. Finds Rashad Whitty. I think he's going to be complete. Good for about 5 yards. Nice little play to start off the drive.
Credit Coffeyville, too, Austin, because they came out here in the 3rd quarter. They did not have their spirits broken by that end of the first half. Hail Mary touchdown Iowa Central got. They came out with poise and responded with a touchdown drive.
So we'll see how Iowa Central does here in this second half. 5 wide here. Got a motion from the receiver, and he's going to get the hand. No, DJ Irons is going to take it, actually, and he's going to go towards the outside. Finds a little bit of room. That's enough for a nice gain. I think it's not enough for a first down, but it's going to bring up a very manageable 3rd down. No, it is going to be a first down,
actually. First
actually.
down there with about 8 yards. An RPO, run pass option. He planted the feet like he was going to throw after the initial scramble while he was still behind the line of scrimmage and didn't, and then was able to pick a hole and pick it up for the first down.
So it is going to be 1st and 10. The ball is on the 39-yard line, still in Iowa Central territory. 3 wideouts, 2 running backs in the backfield. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand it off to his running back. It's going to be a fake, actually, and finds a man over the middle. Big hole. Still going past the 30, towards the 25, still on his feet. He's at the 20-yard line, still trying to dodge some tackles, but he's tangled up at the 19-yard line. Big-time play action up the middle throw from DJ Iron. That's going to be good to go for a first down inside the red zone here for Iowa Central.
Jatovia the Thrill Hill with a big catch there of about 50 yards, and in red zone territories, Iowa Central.
We like those play action over the top throws here today. Big time plays have gone from that. Shotgun formation here. DJ Irons hands the ball off, and it's going to be good for maybe about a yard, but he's going to get stopped. They're going to call the play dead. And it might get stopped, I think, for a 1-yard gain for forward progress. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 here for Iowa Central.
Nowhere to go on the carry for Grant Walker, the sophomore running back transfer out of Georgia Southern. Stopped there by a host of Coffeyville defenders. Mikael Smiley in there on the play, along with number 95, Devin Lee.
So shotgun formation here from Iowa Central. 3 wideouts in a package to the left. Might be a screen pass here. Looks to his left. Going to fake it. Going to take the ball. He's going to get stopped. That's going to be about a 2 or 3 yard gain there from DJ Irons from Iowa Central. We're going to bring up 3rd down here inside the red zone.
Interesting play call because they ran to the short side of the field there. Coffeyville able to make that play out of the secondary. Nate Shields, a defensive back, sophomore out of Stratford, Connecticut, was up there to make the play.
So it is going to be 3rd down and 7 yards to go. The ball is on the 15-yard line here in the red zone. Shotgun formation, 4 wideouts, 1 running back on the left side. A little bit of motion here from the wideouts. Drops back to pass. Looks for somebody. Finds a one-handed catch from Rashad Whitty. What a catch. He's still going. I think he's going to be in the end zone. Waiting for the official call. It is a touchdown. What a play by Rashad Whitty. That is 4 total touchdown passes here from DJ Irons. What a terrific game so far. An amazing catch, one-handed catch over the middle from Rashad Whitty.
A circus catch that Barnum and Bailey would envy there by Rashad. A touchdown, 15-yarder. Iowa Central answers the Coffeyville drive on the previous possession and goes up again, 17 and 18 pending on the extra point.
So the extra point is going to be up, and it's going to be good. It's going to be 28-10 from off the one-handed catch from Rashad Whitty. 4 touchdown passes from DJ Iron so far. 28-10. Iowa Central has the lead with about 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go still in this 3rd quarter.
We'll take a 1-minute break and return with more on the Triton Nation Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Triton Nation Network. Iowa Central ready to kick the ball off here with about 8 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. The current score is 28-10. Iowa Central has the lead, and here is the kickoff. Coffeyville gets the return. Trying to find some room, dodges one person to the right, is still going towards the sideline, gets about to the 29-yard line. A decent return here for Coffeyville. They're going to set up shop at around the 29-yard line on their own yard line.
Going to be Titan Williams there, the receiver on the return. Pretty good return, about 20 yards for him. They'll be on the own 27. Williams is a freshman receiver out of Lufkin, Texas.
So a tremendous game so far from DJ Irons. 4 touchdown passes and a lot of nice completions and a great catch from Rashad Whitty off that touchdown pass.
Yeah, Rashad really made that play.
So Coffeyville's going to set up their drive right here with 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Shotgun formation is going to hand off the ball. Finds a little bit of room towards the left side. Gets about enough for maybe a 1-yard gain. And it's going to bring up second down here for Coffeyville.
DJ Irons now in less than 2 full games the last 2 weeks. 6 touchdown passes combined for him. 4 today and 2 last week against Iowa Western.
Shotgun formation here from Coffeyville. 2 wideouts and 2 running backs in the backfield. A little bit of motion here from one of the running backs. Here comes a snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Passes toward the outside. It almost hit his hands, but it's going to be a drop pass towards the outside. Incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10 here for the Coffeyville.
Yeah, unable to hook up there. Tritons played pretty good D there on that one. 22, Daquan Cross out there. They were looking for Titan Williams in the flat and were unable to find him. Edwin Kleinpeter still in at quarterback for Coffeyville.
So 7 minutes and 32 seconds here to go in the 3rd quarter with the clock stop. Here comes a snap from Coffeyville. Drop backs to pass. He tries to throw it over the middle. Has a man. Oh, and he was open and could have took the ball all the way to the end zone maybe, but dropped the ball. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down here from Coffeyville. 3 and out.
Kyrie Richardson, the sophomore receiver, number 9 for Coffeyville, had a country mile of running room in front of him, unable to haul it in. And again, Austin, Coffeyville shooting themselves in the foot between penalties and drops here today.
Yeah, big-time drop pass right there. He was open in the middle of the field. He had a cornerback on his tail, but definitely enough room to catch that ball.
Oh, yeah, he was
just
gone.
a drop pass.
Gone. Sarah and Hughes Ford will come on to punt for Coffeyville, and Rashad Whitty will return for Iowa Central.
I can see the receiver over there that dropped the pass doing some push-ups. Knew he should have caught that ball on the sideline over there, making sure that he's not going to do that again.
Yeah, you know, that's 7 points there if he makes that catch and keeps them within 2 scores.
So there is going to be a timeout on the field by Iowa Central. About 7 minutes and 26 seconds left to go. 28-10 is the current score with Tritons up.
Tritons lead 28-10 here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back on the Triton Nation Network.
The Iowa Central versus Coffeyville game. 28-10 is the current score. Iowa Central is up off the punt for a fair catch. So Iowa Central is going to set up shop at about the 35-yard line on their own side. And here comes the snap. He's going to take it for himself. It's actually going to be a new quarterback, number 5 for Iowa Central. That's going to be Arthur Brantley at QB. Again, taking himself for a decent gain right there. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we'll see Brantley for a series, it looks like here, and I'm not real sure because DeMarcus Irons has played tremendous, and I'm not sure at this point it's the time to kind of mess with the rhythm of the offense and take Brantley out. We've got an injured player on the field here for Coffeyville, so let's keep it right here as 7:03 left to play, 3rd quarter, Austin, and Tritons on top, 28-10. DeMarcus Irons really been the story here with 4 touchdown passes for the Iowa Central offense.
And all these touchdown passes have not been small pass touchdown yarders. They seem like they're all over around 20-yard mark or something around there.
That shortest one was the last one, 15 yards.
Yeah,
to
the
Rashad Whitty.
The drag route.
15, you've got 48, you've got 33, and 45. So most of them more than 25.
Pretty impressive right there. Of course, the big touchdown pass he had was that Hail Mary at the end of the half with a tip ball and able to come down with it. And then some really good just passes over the middle, put some play action, dual threat quarterback. He has everybody on their toes right now because he's got the ability to take off and run with it. He can pass the ball, and he can run that option play. So he's been a great leader and a great scorer here for Iowa Central so far.
Yeah. Some scores around college football. Michigan and Army still knotted up at 14, 3:15 to play in the ball game. Down to the wire we go.
Interesting game
Iowa,
right there.
all over Rutgers, 30-0, under 5 minutes to play in that one. Ohio State up on Cincinnati, 42-0. Let me take this opportunity to say hello to all the folks listening to us in Kansas and Oklahoma on KUSN, US 98. Glad to have y'all along with us today.
So Iowa Central here to start after the injury timeout. It's a fake option play. He's going to roll out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He has a lot of room. That's enough for a first down and more. Dodges one tackle. He's towards the sideline, and he's going to be out of bounds or just tackled around the 41-yard line. Great play and a great run there for Iowa Central by the Arthur Brantley, the QB.
Brantley is a little bit of a smaller quarterback, about 5'9", probably 160, 65. For him, so he's a smaller guy but a scrambler and can really run. Found some room there and picked up a big gain in a first down.
So still going with Brantley here at the QB with a shotgun formation. Rashad Whitty is in motion, 3 wideouts, 1 running back. Might go for a blitz here for Coffeyville. It looks like it is going to be maybe a false start, or it could be an encroachment call on Coffeyville. They are stopping the play.
I think it's going to be encroachment
I think so too.
Coffeyville defensive line here, but we'll get the official word. Now, I'm wondering why Brantley's taking this series. I don't know if they just want to work him in for a series or if there's an injury to DeMarcus Irons that we're unaware of. But DeMarcus has been pretty spectacular here today.
Yeah, he's a good
over 200 passing yards here today and 4 touchdowns.
Arthur Brantley is he's no means a downgrade, though. He is very.
He's a player.
He's a very good player. And they're going to call an offsides call. That is the penalty. So they're going to move up 5 yards. Iowa Central is here. But as I said about Arthur Brantley, he's a very nice scrambler. He can he uses feet
Good
a lot
athlete.
more. He's a very, very run-first quarterback, so that he can be thrown in there and mix it up a little bit for that Iowa Central offense.
Good athlete is Arthur Brantley. We saw that on that last run of about 23 yards.
Rashad Whitty in motion here, shotgun formation, 3 wideouts. Here's a snap. He drops back to pass. He's going to go long with it. It might not get there. It's going to be overthrown towards the end zone. Number 10 for Iowa Central, Terrell Carey, was the intended receiver. Overthrown, incomplete. It's going to bring up second down here for Iowa Central.
Plenty of arm for Brantley, just not enough touch there. Kind of overthrew Terrell Carey. And, of course, Terrell was kind of the hero of the offense last week, scoring that go-ahead touchdown in the 4th quarter to beat Iowa Western.
So shotgun formation here from Iowa Central. 3 wideouts and 1 running back in the backfield. Here comes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff and fake a pass as well and take off towards the left side. He's got enough for a first down. Big-time run towards about the 19-yard line inside the red zone again here from Iowa Central. First down.
Well, there's that scrambling ability, the ability to tuck it and run for Arthur Brantley that we talked about. And that was on display again there with about a 20-yard gain, and now in the red zone are the Tritons.
So setting up shop here at the 20-yard line here from Iowa Central. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff, pass it toward the outside. It is complete. It's got some positive yardage, good for about 5 yards. It's going to bring up second down here from Iowa Central. A nice little quick pass towards the outside, good for 5 yards.
Able to find Tenarius Aiken, and I know 5 yards is not a whole lot, but Tenarius really would have been stopped at the line of scrimmage. He made a move there to get the 5-yard pickup.
So 2nd and 5 here for Iowa Central. 3 wideouts, 2 running backs in the backfield. Here comes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to take off with it. No gain on the play, though. Going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 yards to go here for Iowa Central.
A great defensive play for Coffeyville there. Number 13, Brenton Clofer, the freshman defensive back, 5'10", 195 pounds out of New Orleans. We've called that name quite a bit today, and he made a big play for the Red Raven defense.
So 3rd and 5 here for Iowa Central. We'll see what they're going to plan here, see if they're going to try to go towards the end zone or just get a first down. 4 wideouts here for Iowa Central. Here comes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got an open man. That's Rashad Woody. He's got enough room. That's going to be a Triton touchdown. That's going to make it 34-10. Great design play right there. There is a couple flags on the field, though. We'll see what those flags are and see if this touchdown stands. A little bit of discussion here with the refs for the flag.
Well-designed play
Yes.
if it stands there by the Tritons.
Two penalties on the play, and 1 on each team. Illegal receiver downfield for Iowa Central. And then there's a personal foul on Coffeyville. It's going to be roughing the passer. So it's going to be an offset penalty. You know, we saw this in the first half, but they switched over from Coffeyville. So now it's on us now. We have a touchdown pass or just a touchdown, but offsetting penalties are going to take that away. So they're just going to replay the down here on 3rd down.
And unfortunately, they got a little confused, I think the lineman did, because that was a play-action fake. They were out, run blocking and got called for it when it ended up being a play-action fake.
Oh, so that's going to be a false start. It might be an offsides call. It looked like the Coffeyville guy jumped, and then the offensive lineman jumped to force that. So I think it's going to be an offsides call here by Coffeyville, and that might bring up. I think that's going to bring up 1st down with that offsides call. Oh, they are going to call a false start on Iowa Central, and it's going to back them up to 3rd and 10.
Brandon Tukes, the tight end, who caught a touchdown pass earlier in the game for Iowa Central. So that'll back them up here 5 yards.
So they're going to be at the 20-yard line, 3rd and 10 here for Iowa Central with about 4 minutes and 29 seconds left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Drop back pass. It's a pass towards the outside on the sideline. It gets enough for about 5 yards, but not enough for a 1st down. I think they're going to bring out – oh, there is a flag on the field. It might be unnecessary roughness on Coffeyville.
Yeah, personal foul,
yeah.
I think, yeah.
It was after the play when the flag was called, so I think it is going to be a personal foul. We'll see what the call is here.
Been kind of a sloppy game from a penalty perspective here today, really on both teams, but especially Coffeyville hurting themselves with penalties.
So we'll see what the call is here. Looks like the head ref's ready to give the call. They are going to pick up the flag. There is no penalty on the field. They're going to pick up the flag. They say nothing happened. So the field goal unit is going to trot on the field and try to attempt around the 30-yard field goal for Iowa Central to make it 31-10 if the field goal is good.
Freshman kicker Colin Swigman's going to attempt the field goal here of about 30 yards. He hit 2 last week, 35 and 37 yards respectively against Iowa Western.
So here comes the snap. The field goal up is good, and it is going to be good. And the guy, the PA, yeah, he called it good. As soon as the kick went up, he was confident in it, and he was right, which is hilarious in my opinion. But it's going to be 31-10 here. With
Somebody needs to tell him he's not doing play-by-play. He's doing PA announcing here. Iowa Central goes up 31-10, 4:19 to play here against Coffeyville here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back with more on the Triton Nation Network. Triton Nation Network, Iowa Central up 31-10 over Coffeyville, 4:19 to play third quarter. I'm Rob Jones. Austin Johansson here with you as we bring you today's game, and the Tritons will kick it off.
Oh, he muffed the kickoff. And he's going to be able to pick it up. That might be a safety if they do get him in the back. I think it will be. So he's going to have to run out. And he's down at like the 1 or 2 yard line. Wow, what a turn of events right there from Coffeyville.
That was kind of a weird play.
Yeah.
He touched it on
Outside,
the field side, so he couldn't down it once it went into the end zone. Had to bring it out.
So he was outside, and when you touch the ball outside of the end zone, if you enter back in, that will be a safety. So he caught the ball in the end zone, had to run out, and only got to about to the 2 yard line. Big, unfortunate luck here from Coffeyville.
Yep, a 30-yard field goal for Iowa Central in the possession before. Now they lead 3 scores, 31-10.
So they're going to set up shop at like the 2 yard line here for Coffeyville. Here's the snap in their own end zone. Able to break away towards around the 6 yard line. Able to get out of dangerous territory here for Coffeyville. That's going to bring up second down.
The last drive for Iowa Central, 7 plays, 66 yards, 3 minutes, 15 seconds, results in a 30-yard field goal by Colin Swigman.
So the rain is coming down a little bit here for Coffeyville, and here's a snap. And it's going to be tackled here in the backfield. That's a loss of about 2 yards here for Coffeyville. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here. It's going to bring up third down here for Coffeyville. They're about back where they started, around their 3 yard line. They're going to have to do something to get out of this dangerous territory.
And the rain's going to come down here, and we'll see how that plays out and makes a difference here in the ball game.
Yeah, and the rain it's a little bit light, but it's enough to have an effect here on the game. It's not coming down too hard, but not too soft either. Dropping back to pass, he throws it really deep. Incomplete, a little bit underthrown right there. And the intended receiver for Coffeyville, number 17, Tyquise Hampton. Number 12, Edwin Klempner Jr. with the attempted pass. Incomplete. They're going to have to punt it away here at their own 3 yard line. I'm smelling maybe a block punt right here with a lot less room.
I think they'll rush it here.
Yeah.
Klein Peters staying in, the backup quarterback, staying in at cornerback here on in relief of Cam Smith for Coffeyville.
So 3 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Tritons still have the lead 31-10. Coffeyville's going to have to punt it away on their own 3 yard line. Punters way back and deep in their end zone. A quick punt right there, smart decision, a little bit of hang time. Short punt only to about the 40 yard line. Rashad Whitty gets the punt return. He's going towards the outside. Breaks another tackle. They might be in the end zone. Waiting for the official call. He's in the end zone. Punt return for a touchdown by Rashad Whitty. That's going to make the score 37-10 with the extra point still to go. Amazing return from Rashad Whitty right there. He might be a little bit shooken up on the play a little bit. He is sitting on his butt, and he's grabbing his leg. We'll see what happens with that. I hope he is okay.
That's the first time that Iowa Central's been able to return a punt today against
You can see why they didn't want us to.
The low line drive, and Rashad takes that one to the house for 40-yard touchdown. And the route may be on here at Dodger Stadium in Fort Dodge, Iowa here as Iowa Central goes up now 37-10 and could be 38 pending the Colin Swigman extra point.
So Rashad Whitty is up and he is walking. He doesn't need any help to walk, so walking away on his own willpower. Just a little bit shaken up on that play. He seems like he is going to be okay.
It'd be interesting if we see him again. I would probably shut him down if I'm the coaching staff with this lead, and that way you can heal him up and have him ready to go next week.
Especially on the punt returns and kickoff returns. Take him
off.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. I'd probably take him out altogether.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But especially on that side of the field. Extra point here, the snap. The kick is going to be up, and it is going to be good. It's going to be 38-10 here for Iowa Central. About 2 minutes and 57 seconds here to go. Tritons leading 38-10 over the Coffeyville Red Ravens.
We'll take a 1 minute break and return on the Triton Nation Network.
Buddy, to the Triton Nation Network. I am Austin Johansson here alongside Rob Jones. 38-10 is the current score right now for Iowa Central. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left here to go.
Iowa Central putting together a drive there, putting together a score. Rashad Whitty with a touchdown return on the punt there. Touchdown on the punt return puts them up 4 scores now at 38-10. Coffeyville will take a knee on the ensuing kickoff and will take over at their own 25.
So the current score right now is 38-10. Iowa Central's had a very nice game so far. Overall performance is very well so far.
They have DJ Irons has been tremendous. 4 touchdown passes in the early going. Actually pulled him early in the third quarter. Arthur Brantley led them on their last drive offensively where they scored a field goal from Colin Swigman, 30 yards. So they've been in sync here and played well on both sides of the ball today here against Coffeyville.
So Coffeyville gets a snap here to start off the drive. Drop back to pass. He fires over the middle. It looks like it is going to be complete. And it's going to be enough for a big gain, and it's going to be a first down around about the 45-yard line. A nice play right there.
29-yard pass there to Kyrie Richardson, the longest completion of the day for Coffeyville in the passing game.
Shotgun formation here for Coffeyville. They're going to go quick. Here's the snap. Drop back to pass again. Dumps it off towards the middle of the field. Gets a nice gain. He's bowling his way maybe towards a first down. A lot of Iowa Central defenders on him. Knocks him out of bounds. That's going to be a nice gain there for Coffeyville.
Coffeyville another first down. Tempo on the offense here as they'll hurry it up. Bryson Yarmo, the tight end, 6'5" sophomore, 250 pounds, out of Hudson, New Hampshire, with the catch in the first down. Pickup of about 12 on that one.
So first down here for the Red Ravens. Shotgun formation here. Drop back to pass. Looking towards his left side. He's got a man open. It looks like he was wide open in the corner of the end zone and drops the ball. Nobody around him. That's going to be an incomplete pass. That's going to bring up second down. He had him in the end zone right there.
Tyquez Hampton had a wide open touchdown there and dropped it. Second drop touchdown pass, what would have been a touchdown pass for the Coffeyville offense. You know, Klein Peter can throw the ball. You know, he's a pretty good passer in the pocket.
And it was on target, too, just a little bit of slip in the hands. Here comes a snap. He's going to keep it himself. Gets a little bit slipped up there from the rain. The rain coming into a factor a little bit here.
Yeah, it's going to be. You're going to have to kind of take that in effect for both sides here. They're going to have to make adjustments as the field kind of gets a little sloppy here with the rain coming down.
So that's going to bring up third down and 11 with a loss of about 1 right there on the play. Here comes the shotgun pass. He's going to drop back. A little bit of pressure on the blind side. Doesn't get to him. And it's going to be an incomplete pass short of the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up fourth down on about the 32-yard line. It looks like they are going to go for it. I don't think they're going to settle for a field goal. They're just going to have to go for it, try to get a touchdown.
If you tried to kick it, you're looking at about a 47-yarder. And you're down 4 scores. You got to go for it at the Iowa Central 32 here. So they're going to go for it here, and that's about the only option you have.
So they are going to go for it on the 32-yard line. It is 4th and 11. Drop back to pass. 3 receivers. He's dropping back. Looks for somebody over the middle. It is going to complete. That's enough for a first down. Good completion right there. Going to keep the drive moving right here.
Gregory John, number 10, the receiver, 6 foot, 205 pounds, sophomore out of Lauderdale Lakes, Florida, with a big catch there. About a 19-yard pickup. First down, Coffeyville at the Iowa Central 12.
So they're going to sit up here. First down. Drop back to pass. Got 3 receivers. Pressure here. Swarmed by the Iowa Central defense. That is a sack, and it's going to bring up second down, a loss of about 3 or 4 yards right there.
Several guys in on the play for Iowa Central. Kenny Edwards was in there, number 30, along with 34, Devin Tatum in there making the play as well, and 25, Malik Adams. So good activity from the linebacker core there.
About 50 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Here comes a snap, and it's going to be a handoff, and he's going to get stopped right away. No gain on the play whatsoever, no chance, and that's going to bring up third down here for Coffeyville.
38-10, Iowa Central on top of Coffeyville as we go inside a minute to play in the third quarter. And Coffeyville has the ball at about the 21-yard line of Iowa Central here.
So shotgun formation here, going here on third down. Drops back to pass. Tries to find somebody in the end zone. He's got a man, and he does catch it. That is a touchdown here for Coffeyville. Nice throw right there on the route. That's a touchdown. It's going to make it 38-16 for the Red Ravens with the extra point, trying to make it 17.
First passing touchdown of the day for Coffeyville. Gregory John on the catch there. 21-yard touchdown pass from Edwin Kleinpeter to Gregory John.
So we still have 18 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. 38-16 is the current score with the extra point just about to be attempted here by Coffeyville. Still getting set up here for the extra point. Here comes the snap. Extra point is up, and the extra point is going to be good. It's going to make it 38-17 here with about 18 seconds to go. The Tritons are up on top, 38-17.
We'll take a break, a 1-minute break, and come back with more Iowa Central versus Coffeyville here on the Triton Nation Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Triton Nation Network. I am Austin Johansson alongside Rob Jones. Rob, very nice drive from Coffeyville on that previous drive to get a touchdown.
It was, Austin. 11 plays, 98 yards, 5 minutes, 48 seconds. Capped off by a 21-yard touchdown pass from Edwin Kleinpeter to Gregory John. And Kleinpeter's on in relief at quarterback of Cam Smith, who started the game, and he's looked good since Coffeyville's put him in here in the second half.
So Iowa Central going to start off this drive. Arthur Brantley is still at QB right now. He's just going to hand the ball off here at this quick snap. He's going to be stopped quick, though. No gain on the play. Might be a loss of 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up second down here for Iowa Central with the clock running down at about 5 seconds. And we're going to go into the fourth quarter here with a score of 38-17 with Iowa Central on top.
We'll take a 1-minute break, return with more Iowa Central versus Coffeyville here on the Triton Nation Network.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Triton Nation Network. We have Iowa Central versus Coffeyville. Iowa Central has the lead currently 38-17, and Iowa Central starting off here with a handoff on second down, and it's good for about 2 yards or 1. And that's going to bring up third down here for Iowa Central.
Now, that was Grant Walker, the transfer out of Georgia Southern, the sophomore running back on the carry. And Iowa Central here getting a little too conservative too early, in my opinion, at least for my liking here. I'd like to see them kind of be aggressive offensively here.
Yeah, it seems like they're taking the lead and they're saying, hey, let's not risk anything. Let's
Just
put in our
kinda
backup
sitting
quarterback.
on it.
And
But
let's
here's
just
the
sit.
thing, Coffeyville's not going to quit here.
No.
So
We'll
gonna-
see. We'll see how it plays out here with about 14 and 15 seconds left to go here in the last quarter of the game. And a drop back to pass, and he's going to get swarmed in the backfield. That's going to be a sack here for Coffeyville. That's going to bring up fourth down here for Iowa Central. That's a 3 and out, I believe, for Iowa
couple
Central.
of guys in there for Coffeyville. Javon Hune, the defensive lineman, the freshman, 6'1", 275 out of Wentzville, Missouri, in on the sack, along with 95, Devin Lee, a 6'2", 330-pound freshman out of Clyde, Ohio.
So the punt formation is on for Iowa Central, and they're going to punt the ball away from around their own 19-yard line. Here's a snap. Nice line drive punt here. It's probably going to bounce a little bit. Going towards the outside, and it's going to go out of bounds at around the 27-yard line. Pretty decent punt right there for Iowa Central.
Took an Iowa Central bounce as well. Lamont Peterson was unable to return that one. Lamonte Peterson for Coffeyville couldn't make the return there, and it goes out of bounds.
So Coffeyville is going to set up shop here for their drive at around the 28-yard line. It's currently 38-17. Iowa Central is on top with about 13 and 27 seconds left to go here in this game. Let's see if Coffeyville can put together something, because with a touchdown here and maybe about 4 minutes, they're right back in this thing.
Oh, they are. Plenty of time, too. 13:27 left to play.
Here's a snap here from Coffeyville. Drops back to pass. Looking for somebody on his left side. Oh, had a man open on the outside and could have got a catch, but incomplete. A little bit underthrown. That's going to bring up second down and 10 here for Coffeyville.
Looking for Titan Williams there. Couldn't find him. On coverage for the Tritons, 27, Eugene Brown, the sophomore defensive back. And don't look now, Austin, but Army of Michigan 21 all in double overtime in Ann Arbor.
We'll keep us updated on that game. I'm very
will.
curious to see if Michigan can pull it off. Here comes Coffeyville, run up the middle. And a nice run right there. That might be enough for a first down. It looks like it is.
And Chalen Fuamatu, the sophomore running back, 5'10", 220 out of Kalihi, Hawaii, with the carry there on the first down for Coffeyville. Coffeyville will have it now on their own 40, working left to right on your radio dial, trailing 38-17 with 11:05 to play in the game.
So here comes a snap from Coffeyville. It's going to hand it off up the middle. Finds a little bit of room. That's good for about a 4-yard gain here. And that's going to bring up second down here for Coffeyville.
Picked up about 5 there. Fuamatu again. He's the featured running back, at least on this series so far for Coffeyville. We'll see if the Tritons can get a stop here. Clock running, under 12:45 left.
Here's a snap, a quick pass towards the outside. He got the completion on a little curl route. Doesn't like it's enough for a first down, but good for about 3 or 4 yards. It's going to bring up third down here for Coffeyville.
Gregory Jean on the catch. Jean's been pretty productive for Coffeyville. He's got a 21-yard touchdown pass, and their only touchdown pass of the day, or a 21-yard touchdown catch, excuse me.
So Coffeyville setting up here around their own 47-yard line. Here comes the snap. He's going to hand it off here. There's a lot of people. He gets swarmed. He gets tackled right away. That's going to bring up fourth down here for Coffeyville. No gain on the play.
We go under 12 minutes here. Iowa Central trying to salt away this one, trying to move to 2-1. Coffeyville trying to avoid starting 0-3 in the season.
So here's a snap on fourth down. They're going for it, obviously. Find some room. Still break some tackles. I think that is enough for a first down. A way to get out of that one.
Fuamatu, this young man, he really runs hard. He finishes runs well for a guy who's not the biggest guy in the world. Listed at 220, maybe a little bit smaller than that, but really runs hard for Coffeyville.
Had to put in a lot of effort to get that first down, and he
Yep.
did. Great play from Coffeyville to get that first down. They're going to be at around the 50-yard line, and they're going to have the first down. And here's a drop back to pass. He's going deep with it. He has a man still covered.
Ooh.
Good coverage, though, on the play. It's going to be incomplete. Number 16 for Coffeyville was the intended receiver. That's Titan Williams. And a good throw right there. And it was pretty much on target, but some pretty good defense and good coverage by Iowa Central.
Yeah, Jerron Barber for Iowa Central, number 13, sophomore defensive back, was step for step down there with Williams on the coverage. So good job from Jerron Barber down the field.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 here for Coffeyville with about 11 minutes and 26 seconds still to go here in the game. Here's a snap. He drops back to pass. He's looking. He rolls a little bit. Almost got tackled on the play. Dove at his feet. Rolling out to his left. He's throwing the ball. Going to be incomplete, though. A little bit underthrown. Number 10 for Coffeyville, Gregory Jean, was the intended receiver. And it's going to be incomplete again, and that's going to bring up 3rd down here for Coffeyville.
We'll see some defensive substitutions for Iowa Central, trying to put more of a pass rush package on the field in an obvious passing situation on 3rd and 10 here. And Edwin Kleinpeter has looked pretty good at quarterback here for Coffeyville here in the second half.
So 3rd down and 10 here to go for Coffeyville, still on the 49-yard line. Let's see what they're going to put together here. 3 wide receivers in shotgun formation. Might be a blitz here from Iowa Central. They send 1 man, drop back to pass. He's passing towards his left side, has a man. Going to be incomplete, though. Number 17, Tyquise Hampton, was the intended receiver on the left side, but overthrew him a little bit. Not able to get that reception in. 3 incomplete consecutive passes, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 10 here for Coffeyville.
Tyquise Hampton's been quiet here for Coffeyville after last week he had a 61-yard touchdown pass. Today hasn't done too much, so credit the Iowa Central defense, the secondary, for good coverage on him.
So, of course, Coffeyville is going to go for it here on 4th down, 11-11 to go here. And a big rush. Oh, that might be a flag. No, no call.
No.
And it's going to be a sack by Iowa Central, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Iowa Central is going to get the ball at around the 45-yard line on Coffeyville's territory.
The Bishop of Defense, Lamont
Bishop.
Bishop, with a big sack there. And I tell you what I like about watching him play, Austin, he straight blows people up. Like
Yes,
when
he
he
does.
makes a play, it's explosive. It's a heavy-hitting football play. We'd like to say hello to the fine folks at KUSN. Folks listening to us on KUSN in Oklahoma and Kansas. Hello to you guys there, KUSN, US 98. Glad to have you guys aboard with us today.
So 11 minutes and 5 seconds still to go here in this game. Iowa Central has the lead. 38-17 is the score. Iowa Central gets the turnover on downs. They're going to take over possession around the Coffeyville's 45-yard line. Here is a snap. Pass towards the outside and hits the back of the cornerback. The cornerback wasn't even really looking at the ball, but just hits his back. Going to be incomplete for Iowa Central. Going to bring up 2nd down.
You had no window there for Brantley to throw in,
Yeah.
and pretty good coverage step for step was Devontae Dawson for Coffeyville down the line there on the sideline, and incomplete.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down here for Iowa Central off that incomplete pass. But they were in shotgun formation here. 3 wideouts and 2 running backs side to side. Here's a snap. He's going to fake the handoff and keep it himself. And it looks like he's going to get maybe a yard on that carry. And that's going to bring up 3rd down here for Iowa Central.
Right. As the rain starts to strengthen and come down a little bit harder, ball security becomes paramount,
Yes.
especially for Iowa Central being up 21 points, 3 scores here. Got to hold on to the ball here and salt this one away. Just over 10 minutes left.
I think we'll see a lot more running plays from Iowa Central. Probably not going to
Oh,
put the
yeah.
ball in the
Yeah,
air.
they're going to ground and pound, try to run it out here.
And as we say that, it is a drop back to pass. Rolls out to the right, looking for somebody. Just going to run out of bounds, not going to risk a pass.
I think
And-
that was maybe an RPO or even a design quarterback run on a naked
Could have been.
bootleg for Arthur Brantley.
Either way, nowhere to go. He is just going to run out of bounds, and that is going to bring up 4th down for here for Iowa Central. They're going to punt the ball away.
Now, here's the problem. Do not run out of bounds.
Yes, you want to keep the clock moving.
I guarantee you the coaching staff, when he came over to the sideline, said, do not run out of bounds. Cut it back up the field, make them tackle you, keep the clock running.
So the punt unit is on. They're going to punt the ball away here. Here's a snap, good snap. And a nice high punt, very nice. They could catch it. It's going to bounce back.
Yeah.
Nice bounce. And he's going to catch it, and they're going to set up shop at the 5-yard line, around there anyway. Good punt there from Iowa Central.
50-yard punt, no return, and Coffeyville will have to drive the length of the field almost. They'll take it around their 5 with 9:50 left here. And the Tritons up 38-17.
Very ideal punt right there. Exactly where he wanted it to go.
Yeah, good job there by the special teams. And we've seen the special teams for the Tritons play pretty well in the last couple of weeks here today and, of course, last week as well. Of course, the last time Coffeyville had to drive the length of the field, they did and scored. So we'll see if they're able to do it again.
We will indeed. They're going to set up shop here at the 6-yard line here for Coffeyville. They're just going to hand the ball off here towards the left side. They're going to bully his way for a nice little gain for about 7 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd down here for Coffeyville.
Coffeyville is now playing their number 3 quarterback, their 3rd quarterback today. Number 3, Aubrey Williams. He's a 6'2 sophomore, 215 pounds, out of Milton, Florida. He's on at quarterback for Coffeyville.
So it's going to be 2nd and 2 here for Coffeyville. Here's a snap, a fake handoff, and a quick pass. Oh, he caught that. It looked like it was going to be incomplete, but he did catch it. It was a very one-handed grab towards the outside. He got his feet in, but I don't think it is enough for a 1st down. It might. Actually, it is. It is going to be enough for a 1st down here for Coffeyville. Nice play right there.
Yeah, Gregory Johns had a nice game for them as a receiver, and they've got some nice pieces at receiver as well. And I think they'll improve in the passing game as the season goes along.
So that is a 1st down here for Coffeyville. Shotgun formation here. They got a motion towards the sideline. 2 receivers out wide. Fake handoff, going to drop back to pass. Find somebody over the middle. Good defense and a good tip. Oh, it is going to be 2 flags are thrown. Looks like it is going to be pass interference on Iowa Central.
It will be pass interference on 16 Stanley Cross. They're going to say he was a little early with the contact.
Yeah. It was a little bit close to call for us.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing is he may have been a little bit early, but
he may have grabbed a jersey, maybe something we didn't see.
Yeah, that's true too. They got the back judge especially has a little better angle on that one.
So it is going to be pass interference confirmed by the head ref. That's going to be on number
Stanley
16
Cross.
for Iowa Central. Yes, Stanley Cross with the pass interference. That's going to give Coffeyville a 1st down. They're going to put the ball. It seems like they're going to put the ball at around
the 32.
32-yard line here for Coffeyville.
Coffeyville at their own 32, trailing 38-17, 8:50 to play in the game, working left to right on your radio dial.
So shotgun formation here. Here's a snap. Got 3 wideouts looking for somebody. Throws it deep towards the middle of the field. A lot of people in there. Oh, and a tip. I think he did get the catch.
Yeah,
wow.
he did.
What a play. It is complete. That's around the 22-yard line of Iowa Central territory. Big-time play right there from Coffeyville.
A ricochet catch there
That's
by
2 today.
Gregory John. Who else but Gregory John there. And a big gain, about a 40-yard pass will set up Coffeyville in Iowa Central territory at the 23, 1st and 10.
So Coffeyville's going to set up shop at like the 23-yard line, it seems, down. 1st and 10 to go. Drop back to pass. The flow towards the outside. He's got a receiver. Oh, he did hit him. And, yeah, there is going to be a call. I kind of saw that one coming.
That one's
a little
obvious.
bit late with the call there. It's going to be pass interference in the end zone by Iowa Central.
That one's going to go against 13, Jerron Barber. That was pretty obvious against him, the sophomore defensive back there. Obviously was there too early on the coverage, so he's going to pick up the pass interference call.
So it is going to be a pass interference call. Still discussing with the other refs, with the head ref to get the official call, but it is going to be a pass interference call. That's going to move them forward, probably inside the 10-yard line. There's actually 2 fouls, both on Iowa Central. So there's actually a roughing the passer call as well. That one's going to be declined, and then a defensive pass interference call by Iowa Central is going to be called. And it's an automatic first down as well. And they're going to move the ball inside, I believe, the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it should be around the 8 here.
Yeah.
So it'll be first and goal for Coffeyville here. They're trying to cut into this lead. They got a chance to cut into it here, about 8 minutes to play. Of course, Iowa Central's up, but not out of the woodshed yet.
No.
Here, so have to make a play defensively.
Definitely need a touchdown here, though. Coffeyville needs to get
if
back
Coffeyville
into this game.
scores, you know, it's still interesting. You're still in the ball game.
It's going to affect the play calling for sure on Iowa Central's offensive wise. Here is the snap. Coffeyville towards the outside, gets a man. Maybe breaks a tackle. Oh, he looks like he fumbled. He's going to fumble inside the end zone. It is going to be a fumble, and it looks like Iowa Central does recover it. That's going to be a touchback for Iowa Central. What a turn of events right there for Iowa Central. They're going to get the ball at around
Gregory John, who has been great for Coffeyville all day, coughed that one up in the end zone. And the big play there and changes the momentum. Returning or recovering that one for the Tritons is going to be number 20, Brant Casey, the sophomore linebacker. And we talked about Coffeyville still being in the game here, and they really could have made it interesting here by scoring there and cutting into this 3-touchdown lead. But that fumble pretty much will do it here.
Yeah.
At this point, all but academic, 8:05 to play in the game. Tritons up 38-17 on Coffeyville here. So Tritons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20 and working right to left on your radio dial.
And what a very unfortunate fumble that was, because it looks like he was going to extend and stretch to the end zone, and it looked like a touchdown.
He may have scored because he was real close.
Slipped right out of his hands. Fumble. Iowa Central taking over. Looks like it's going to be just run formations here. Direct snap to the QB, and he's going to take the ball with a couple blockers. That's good for about an 8-yard gain there from the Iowa Central quarterback, Arthur Brantley.
All right, Michigan survives the upset bid, 24-21 in overtime against Army. Iowa routs Rutgers 30-0.
Here comes a snap, and going to just take it again. Iowa Central from the QB gets a really nice gain right there. That's good for about 8 yards, and that's going to be more than a first down.
Brantley, the quarterback, you know, we talked about his ability to scramble. He shows that ability there and picks up the first down as a result. Maryland routed Syracuse 63-20. Ohio State all over Cincinnati. That now a final 42-0. Utah's up 35-17 on Northern Illinois.
So here's a snap, and going to be another run play from Iowa Central. Gets a decent yardage play. That's going to be good for about 5 yards here for Iowa Central.
Nebraska, Colorado's underway in the first quarter, no score. Texas A&M and Clemson as well underway in first quarter, no score in that game.
So 2nd and 5 here from Iowa Central. Current score is 38-17 with about 7 minutes to go here in this game. It is all but Iowa Central just going to run the clock out.
Yeah, all but academic at this point, as they would say.
No risk involved here. A little bit of option play right there. Quarterback's going to keep it. Very nice gain. Still going up the middle of the field, trying to dodge some tackles. He gets a really nice gain there inside the 30, around the 28-yard line. That's well enough for a first down.
Arthur Brantley with a big scramble play there. He's a good runner. We talked about his ability to scramble, and you see that on the option play there, Austin, and picks up a big run of about 30 yards.
So setting up shop at around the 28-yard line here. Another option play does give it off to his tailback. That's good for about a 1-yard gain. A couple flags being thrown on the field right now. We'll see what the call is.
Jatovia Hill, the running back there, and we'll see what the flag's going to be as the rain starts to really come down here in Fort Dodge, Iowa here tonight. And You know, I feel kind of bad for some of the Coffeyville fans
Yeah.
who were, you know, making the long trip from eastern Kansas and out here in the rain. Kudos to them, you know, for
Toughing it
sticking
out,
with it
sticking.
here today, because I know that's not easy.
So Coffeyville, the flag is on them. It's going to be a little bit of a move up the field for the Tritons. It gets to about the 14-yard line here for Iowa Central. Still 28-17 here. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in this game. Here comes the snap from Iowa Central. A fake handoff. He's actually looking to pass. He's moving around in the pocket, avoids a tackle, going to keep it himself, keep going, eventually gets stopped at the 10-yard line here. A nice little gain for Iowa Central. A little bit interesting going for the pass play here.
Yeah, I thought so too, but Brantley decided to pull it down and run, probably smart on his part. That was a good tackle by 23 of Coffeyville, Jacob Prochet, the 5'10", 180-pound defensive back out of Dallas, Texas there. Open field tackle for him that really saved probably a touchdown by Arthur Brantley.
About 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here. It is 2nd and 6 here for Iowa Central at around the 10-yard line. Going in a wide formation here. That's actually, I think a timeout is going to be called here by either Iowa Central or Coffeyville. Going to be called by Iowa Central. 38-17 is the current score. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in this game.
Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. A 1-minute break, and we're back with more Iowa Central versus Coffeyville on the Triton Nation Network.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Triton Nation Network. Just had a play right there. It was a run up the middle and a nice little gain there for Iowa Central. It is good for a first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal here for Iowa Central with about 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in this game. The current score is 38-17. Iowa Central is on top. Shotgun formation here from Iowa Central. 3 wideouts. Rashad Woody in formation. Here comes a snap. He's going to he's going to keep it himself on an option play and an easy touchdown. A lot of room right there. That's a touchdown for Iowa Central. Going to make it 44-17 right now with the extra point still to be kicked.
2-yard touchdown run from Arthur Brantley, the backup quarterback for Iowa Central. He's in the ball game, and talented scrambler, able to keep that one on the zone read and punch it in. Exclamation point with under 5 minutes to play.
I really like all the time Arthur Brantley is getting right now. It seems like very good reps for him right now, and he's doing a great job as well.
I think so. I thought maybe they went to him a little too early.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a worrier, though, you know, and obviously Coach Montalto is not, and he knows the young man's capabilities better than I do.
So the kick is up, and it is going to be good. That's going to make it 45-17 right now with 4 minutes and 56 seconds here to go in this game.
We'll take a break, a 1-minute break, and come back with the last 5 minutes of the game. Iowa Central up 45-17 on Coffeyville. You're listening to Triton Football on the Triton Nation Network. One.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Triton Nation Network. I am Austin Johansson alongside Rob Jones. Rob, 45-17 right now. Tritons are up. Big time game from Tritons right now. What have they done correctly?
Well, they've done a lot of things correctly. Most certainly have ran the ball well in the second half. Good blocking up front. Had a good passing game early on when they were aggressive offensively too. Offense really clicking on all cylinders, and the defense is playing pretty strongly as well, as Coffeyville's only scored, 17 points, 2 touchdowns here today. So good job on both sides of the ball. Really have done a little bit of everything really well here today, Austin.
Yeah, I totally agree. A very complete game here from Iowa Central so far. Current score is 45-17. The return was good to about the 30-yard line, so that's where Coffeyville is going to set up shop. Shotgun formation here, 2 wideouts. Going to hand the ball off here, runs a little bit towards the outside. Gets good for about 4 yards on the gain, and that's going to bring up second down here for Coffeyville.
That's a carry from Darian Washington. First time we've seen him. He's a freshman running back for Coffeyville, 5'9", 190 out of New Orleans. Another Southern guy for Coffeyville here. Picks up a couple of yards there. And it'll bring up second down and 7.
Shotgun formation here, 2 running backs and 2 wideouts. Going to drop back to pass, throws it quick towards the outside, gets a completion, runs towards the outside. Going to be out of bounds. That's going to be good enough for a first down here for Coffeyville.
And it's bad conditions here, and it's been raining. And the only real positive to that, Austin, is that our scenery and our broadcast position have actually kind of improved. Your lovely girlfriend Morgan has joined us here in the booth since
Yes.
It was kind of raining her out in the bleachers here today.
Yeah, she doesn't want to sit in the rain. I understand. Big pass here towards the outside.
Another
And he
drop.
had his open receiver, and it was on target, but just could not hold on to it. That's going to be number 11 was the intended receiver, Jared Miles, with the drop pass.
Yeah, we've seen 3 big drops from Coffeyville here today. Another one there, a bunch of penalties. They really have not been able to get out of their own way. So that's been a big part of the game here today.
So here's a snap here for Coffeyville here on second down. Just going to hand it up the middle. Good for a decent gain. Still going to be third down here, but a nice, manageable third and short.
Clock running at 3:40 here in the fourth quarter. Tritons of Iowa Central lead 45-17 over Coffeyville here. We'll have our post-game show coming up in a few moments here.
So it's going to be 3rd and 3 here for Coffeyville. 3 minutes and about 20 seconds left to go here in this game. Waiting for the snap. Here it is. Going to hand it off up the middle. It might be enough for a first down. I believe it is. Nice little carry there up the middle.
First down run there for Coffeyville. They're working with a new quarterback in the game, Jack Bastable, a 6'2", 210-pound sophomore from Naperville, Illinois.
It's actually going to be short of the first down, actually. Going to be 4th and 1 here, and they're actually just going to go for it, of course. Oh, gets over the middle, springs forward. Definitely enough for a first down. That's about 8 yards or 9 on the carry. First down here for Coffeyville at about the 40-yard line.
First down carry for Darian Washington, who's in here late in the ball game. A freshman, 5'9", 190-pound running back out of New Orleans. Tough run there. Picks up the first down. Clock running at 2:35 left in the ball game.
The rain is still going on, but it has lightened up a little bit. Doesn't seem as hard, so that might come into effect. Shotgun pass here. Sets back to pass. Throws to the right side. Complete. And he's going to get about 6 yards on the catch towards the outside. Got tackled right away. That was number 11 with the catch. And that was Jared Miles for Coffeyville.
And if any of our great Triton fans would like to go and pull my car around so that I don't have to make the walk all the way into the parking lot here as we wind down to the game, I would much appreciate that.
I'm sure you would. I don't know if anybody's going to volunteer.
I don't think they are.
I'm
I don't think they are, but I thought I would put out the invitation if they'd like to help me out. Yeah.
So that run right there is going to get stopped right away. It's going to bring up third down here for Coffeyville. About a minute and 40 seconds left to go here in this game. 45-17 is the current score. Iowa Central is on top. Shotgun formation here, drops back to pass. Looking to his left, a little curl cutback route, and it's just short of the intended receiver. That's going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was number 17, Tyquise Hampton, and that's going to bring up 4th down here for Coffeyville.
Stay tuned. When the game's over, we'll have a little post-game show for you here as the Tritons just trying to wrap this one up. Just a little over 90 seconds left on the clock.
Here comes a snap. Looks like he's just going to hand it off here. Runs towards the outside on the left side. Bounces out. Gets a nice little gain, and that's going to be good for about 3 yards. He's pushed out of bounds. And see, he might have got the first down. I think he did. And it is. The referee's calling for a first down. Just enough for the first down. Going to keep the ball moving.
Darian Washington, the running back for Coffeyville in there, number 25. He's a guy who's undersized but runs really hard and picked up the first down.
So a minute and 26 seconds left to go here in this game. First down for Coffeyville right here. A fake pass towards the outside, rolling out to his right. Seems like he's just going to take it himself. He doesn't get anywhere. Going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 2nd down here for Coffeyville with almost a minute and 10 seconds to go.
Hit hard and dropped by Triton linebacker B-squared Bryant Barrier, the freshman linebacker number 40, up there to make the tackle against Jack Bastable, the quarterback now for Coffeyville in the game.
Here comes a snap, hands it off to his running back up the middle. Bounces off, avoids the tackle, is running towards the outside. Good for a first down at about the 16-yard line. And I would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Creative Signs and Graphics, for all your graphic needs. Creative Signs and Graphics. Contact them.
And again, a big hello and thank you to all the folks in Kansas and Oklahoma listening to us on KUSN, US 98 over there. Good to have those folks along with us here on the Triton Nation Network here today.
So about 40 seconds to go here. Here's a pass. Passes towards the outside, number 82. Good tip by number 16 for the Tritons. That's Stanley Cross. Good time defensive play right there. It's going to be incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd down here for Coffeyville.
Secondary's played pretty well. They've blown a few coverages today, but Coffeyville has not made big catches in those situations, so hasn't hurt them. And for the most part, the Triton secondary has been right there step for step, providing good coverage.
So 34 seconds left to go with the time stopped currently around the 16-yard line. Coffeyville takes a snap, drop back to pass, throws to the outside on the left side, catches it. Still on his feet, just wrapped up there. Finally calls a stop of progress, and it's going to be enough for about a 9-yard pass. And it looks like a timeout is going to be called by Coffeyville with about 21 seconds left to go in the game.
Let's take a timeout with them. We'll take a 1-minute break here. 21 seconds left. Iowa Central 45, Coffeyville 17. You're listening to Triton Football on the Triton Nation Network. Back in 60 seconds.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Triton Nation Network. We're here with Iowa Central versus Coffeyville. 45-17 is the current score with about 17 seconds left to go. Here's Coffeyville with the handoff and gets stopped, isn't going to go anywhere, and that's going to be a loss of yards. And another timeout called by Coffeyville. About 10.2 seconds left to go here
Gonna
in the
bring
game.
up fourth down, too.
It is going to be fourth down, so more than likely going to be the last play of the game. And Coffeyville just trying to get one more redemption touchdown, I
I
believe.
think
right
so.
here.
Trying to string something together, give some reps to some guys who are down the depth chart here. We'll keep it right here during the timeout as Iowa Central looks to get out of here today, get in this one. Going to wrap this one up and go to 2-1. And Coffeyville's going to fall to 0-3 on the season here today with the loss.
So I think the referee changed the clock to 11 seconds on the clock. It still says 10.2,
Yes.
but he told the clock manager to change it to 11 seconds. He tells him again, actually, to
Because
change it
that
to 11
.8
seconds.
of a second is going to make such a difference in a 4-touchdown ball game here today. So don't
And
sweat the
there it
small
is.
stuffs, refs. Let's get out of here.
They do change the game clock to 11 seconds. 45-17 is the score. Shotgun formation here from Coffeyville. Backs up the pass. A lot of pressure coming towards him. Thrown to the outside. Going to be incomplete, and that's going to be a turnover on downs for Coffeyville. Iowa Central going to take over with 6.7 seconds left to go in this game. 45-17. They're just going to take the knee and walk out of this game
Nail
with a
it
victory.
down and go on here with a big victory in a complete game effort here in a game where they really controlled the game from the opening kick to the final buzzer, did the Tritons here today, Austin. And
Yeah.
a nice effort for Jesse Montalto's club here today.
Yeah, it definitely it seemed like it was going to be a pretty competitive game at the beginning, and then Iowa Central just took over. I think after that Hail Mary pass happened, everything just started to flow
Backbreaker.
together.
That was a
right there.
backbreaker. We talked about it at
Yep.
halftime, and it sure was.
It doesn't look like they're going to take a knee, actually. They're going to hand the ball off towards the outside. Number 26 gets the ball for Iowa Central. That's going to be Marcus Bay. I don't think we've seen much of him today. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the clock is going to run down to 0. And the final score is going to be 45-17. The Iowa Central Tritons with the victory. Going to move on to 2-1 on the season with their last week victory over Iowa Western.
We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with the postgame show, put a bow on this one as the Tritons defeat Coffeyville 45-17. Back with the postgame show on the Triton Nation Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Triton Nation Network. It is time for the post-game show. Iowa Central does take the victory over Coffeyville. 45-17 is the final score. Big-time game from Iowa Central, and had command over this game, led the charge, and a big game, I think, from DJ Irons.
Yeah, DJ was good again today. You know, he played well last week. We talked about him kind of last week against Iowa Western, where he more managed the offense. This week, they were a little more aggressive in the play calling, downfield passing for DJ. Has 4 touchdown passes on the day, over 200 yards. Goes about 13 for 21 for 232 yards and 4 touchdowns. He found Brandon Tukes from 48. He found Tenarius Aiken from 33, a 45-yard touchdown Hail Mary pass at the end of the first half to Jason Young. He found Rashad Whitty in the second half for a 15-yard touchdown before his day was done, and it took DJ out. So he's got now 6 touchdown passes in 2 games, and really maturing and developing at the quarterback position for the Tritons.
Yeah, definitely. DJ Irons is turning into a great leader and a team captain and a great backbone of this offense, and is definitely leading them to a lot of success early on here in this season.
And, you know, for Coffeyville, there were some bright spots. Now, they couldn't get out of their own way. They did hurt themselves with penalties and drops and things of that nature, but there are some things you can build on if you're Coffeyville. I think you can build on Edwin Kleinpeter, to be honest. I think he may be your answer at quarterback. I like the way he looked. He's a guy who can throw the ball pretty polished passer, and a guy that I think has that kind of gunslinger mentality for them, and I think you may have been able to identify that today, that he may be the answer at quarterback for you if you're a Coffeyville fan. Also, I like the play of Keyshawn Bryan and Marco Lee, guys that run hard for them. They just weren't able to put together drives, didn't have enough here today to put together drives, and couldn't get out of their own way offensively, and because of that, they were not in this ball game really in the second half, and Iowa Central took advantage of opportunities that Coffeyville gave them and were able to kind of put the game away in the second half.
Iowa Central definitely did do that. They put away the game. They took control of the game very early on. They had a big lead going into the half. That huge Hail Mary pass was a big backbreaker, I think, for Coffeyville. So a lot of things went right for Iowa Central Day, and a lot of things went wrong for Coffeyville.
Well, and that, you know, that Hail Mary made it 21-0, you know, at that point, or 21-3, excuse me, at that point. It really changed the complexion of the game, because Coffeyville had a chance to score and would have cut it to 14-10, but had that penalty that, you know, we had to replay the 4th down, and they didn't get it then. And then here comes Iowa Central down with the Hail Mary and just really changed the complexion and the momentum of the game in that one. One last time before we get out of here, Austin, I want to thank the folks in Kansas and Oklahoma listening to us on KUSN, US 98. Thanks to the staff there at US 98, John Litter, the GM, and his staff for hanging out with us and picking us up today and joining us on the broadcast on the Triton Nation Network.
So the final score here is going to be 45-17. Iowa Central takes the victory. They're going to move on to 2-1 here, and that's the end of the 2-game home stretch here. They're going to be away next week for Iowa Central. I'm Austin Johansson. This is Rob Jones. We are going away here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here at Dodger Stadium here on the Triton Nation Network.